ABC doesn't sleep, kinda. We just keep going and going. But it's time for the first match of the day. We got Dummy 420 versus Link Ghost 05. Battle of the Femmes over here.
I like it. You know, I don't see I mean, as well as saying, oh, yikes, try to go for a DP, but good whip punish, or good punish right there from Dummy. Already starting off super aggressive. As one of those things, I think you really need to set that tone early on, depending on how you want to play. Most of the time, you'll find success with just kind of applying pressure, putting your opponent into burnout early, and just non-stop relentless offense.
I mean, yeah, you gotta take your shot when you can. Like then you said, like you said, you set the tone of the match, and then you either let your opponent know what you're all about, or you use that to condition. But so far, is the old reliable overhead doing the work? Drive rush into that nasty overhead kick is gonna do the work. First round's already down. Dummy definitely putting the rushing on the rush down.
Yeah, there's not much conditioning you need to do with Juri. Juri just a very solid character, like all around. So it's tough to like really open her up. But I feel like once you get a few drinks in her, it might be a little bit different.
That is very true. You just start going in, and Juri just loves doing one thing: pull up forward, pull up back. Then you go in there, and look at this. Wow. Is that everything we see on level 2 combo? At least strings. That's really good. Double overhead. You're blocking those. Trying to go for the burnout, but not gonna be enough. Even then. It's just one more touch. Just one more touch. Kinda, I mean, I guess the seal was already signed. It was already right on the wall. And, something just very good. But next, let's move next. Because that first game looked a little bit rough for Link Ghost.
Yeah, you really need to have goldfish memory when you come into those losses, like where you get blown out like that. Just forget about it. Luckily for tonight, it's 1st to 3 the whole way through, so you have plenty of time to make adjustments. And with a perfect parry, perhaps it's a good start here for Link Ghost, trying to link some combos together. We were talking about Link Ghost a little bit earlier in the set when we started talking, but Link Ghost looking pretty solid in this game number 2.
I mean, to be honest, it's very funny to say, but like now they have more chances to play. Like the first game felt a little bit like a bulldozer from Dummy, but I don't like this. This is giving me a little bit of deja vu, looking like the same. And the reset, going for the throw, one more. Okay, there we go. I think Link was a little bit scared to rip it, just let it rip in the DPs in the first game after the first one being blocked. But now, you just cannot show it again. You cannot stand for this bullying on the corner.
Yeah, you can't sit there in the corner all day. You cannot block forever. So at some point in time, you need to find a button to kind of get yourself out of those precarious situations. And it's kind of difficult for Maj. She doesn't have too many great buttons like that. But again, Dummy, the unorthodox level 2. Again, you talked about it earlier. I brought it up as well. Like I rarely see the level 2 coming out from Juri. You want to take advantage of the buff, and right now, Dummy is doing exactly that.
They were so close to getting just that last stage with the drive rush. I will have jailed a little bit after seeing that, but it's okay. It already did enough damage. You get the perfect parry, but a little bit too late on the punish. Just the spacing sometimes is not your friend. I mean, after all, Taekwondo, the lady is really good at using all the length of those kicks, so it's gonna be tricky to punish her. So after that, 2-0 on the board, and looking a little bit rough for Link Ghost. And you could say we're not blocking that much, but you know what? We gotta maybe use those drive reversals.
Again, I was talking about earlier how the versatility that Juri has access to, being able to play at that kind of neutral, that mid-range, that makes it really tough to get the punish. And it's tough because once Link Ghost gets put into a corner, Mai doesn't have any of those big panic buttons beyond like a DP to kind of get himself out of precarious situations. Tried to go for a throw, thought it was going to be the throw loop again, but Dummy too quick on the trigger. And you can see right now already putting himself into set point.
Checking in. Okay, there we go. Finally. Standing heavy punch, check them with the forehead, but okay, immediately going into a level 2. You know what? Doesn't want a full string. They decide to not go for the follow-up attack, and again, just going in there and the DP in the moment where you need it the most. But again, okay, these resets are getting a little bit too crazy for them. I think they're cooking a little bit too hot.
Oh, speaking of hot, we're on fire now. We got 2 more flames to work with. Still got another access to level 1, but I mean, once we're in a corner situation, again, gonna be really tough. Very close to burnout. Dummy's gotta be really careful here because I was gonna say one more big string might be able to be able to put him in burnout, but misread it. And gonna catch another throw to close out the set. 3-0 victory for Dummy.
You can get a picture with the big fish.
There you go.
There we go. Game number 2 here. Thank you all for waiting. It's time to go now and show another match over here. And I mean, like I say, full disclosure, the bias is gonna show, but we got Adexios versus MrFlokki.
Alright, Adexios. with the Marisa, and a Sagat from Floki. I like it. Oh, nice punish counter with a throw. Hard knockdown, so now he's just going to try to close that gap as quickly as he can. Sagat does have some pretty good approach tools, but, I mean, one of those things, he's still got a pretty big life deficit, trying to dwindle it down piece by piece. Throw your ass back to the corner, and what's the mix now?
Yeah, you know what's up. It's just gonna be tiger shots over and over. You're gonna get in there, you're gonna get desperate, and they're gonna keep on you little by little, but it's gonna be, yep, hit it with the super meter, and that's gonna be it! Yeah! Big damage from the big guy.
Yeah, amazing combo. Excellent choice of using the meter right there. Level 2 to close it out. You know you gotta hit it and quit it when you're dealing with chicks like Marisa.
I mean, Sagat didn't become the strongest in the world by just making exceptions, you know? He's just like, I'm gonna fight whoever they put in front of me. And to be honest, I think Marisa's down for that. She's a warrior after all. She'll be like, oh, you're the best in my time? Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, she's definitely got that mommy energy, so definitely something to look out for. She closes the distance really well, and I mean, on top of that, then you have to worry about the full throw game mix too. Back to the corner, what you gonna deal with? Oh man, I definitely attacked right there, but it doesn't matter. One more hit shouldn't be enough to do it, and just caught. I don't know if he tried to jump right there or what, but final round here, game number 1.
Getting a big slap on the ball head, just going with the overhead. Just going like, I like the cut G, and just slapping it there, but that's gonna be the round. I mean, level 3 on the Adexios, but MrFlokki is not getting. I mean, it's not too far behind. It's gonna be one touch, and oh, just going for the parry over there. I mean, Adexios was just flashing that scooter all this time. Didn't think about throwing there. That's a little bit of a rough decision, but I mean, we keep the corner. The burnout is definitely not helping right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Floki needs to be able to keep this pressure going. They do have full meter on both sides. He's getting
oh my gosh!
3D catching.
Oh my gosh!
Unreal call out, and that's going to be able to take the round, stealing it away from Adexios. I feel like Adexios had full control there, kept him in the corner with burnout on top of that. But again, when you back a line to the corner, you're going to be facing them fangs.
Oh my gosh, like we say over here, like the Super Bronze. This time in Street Fighter 5, we used to say like those are the Super Bronze strat. Just get in there, throw the level 3 wake up. They never expected, and yeah, like you said, Adexios was having a good time and just keeping control. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't like that. He's like, alrighty, you got a level 3. Let me show you how it's done without meter. This is the prison, I'm the garden.
Wow, that was a quick round. That was almost 10 seconds right there from Adexios. Again, just was really feisty, trying to bring that game back into their favor. Just holding the armor, willing to spend a lot of that meter, and it looks like you're going to spend the rest of it to go back to the corner.
Yeah, something that Adexios does really well. Oh, beautiful, perfect parry. There we go. Put in the corner. Don't let him out. But look at him, just definitely coming out swinging. He doesn't care. Level 3. And that's gonna be big damage, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough to get the kill. Scaling is not gonna help that much. Yeah, just gonna be one sneeze, one pinch, one tickle is gonna do it.
Oh, the cross up, but unfortunately not enough to break the armor. Yeah, you gotta find some quicker moves to break through that DI attempt from Adexios, and just like that, ties it up, one game apiece. And again, I like the ferocity. I like the intensity that Adexios is playing at. I think you really need to kind of swarm a Sagat, because I feel like Sagat doesn't really have those quick, X-Factor panic buttons that can kind of get him out of harm's way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the disadvantage of being a big guy, you get a little bit slower buttons, especially if they reach that far. I mean, definitely gonna be a little bit of a struggle. I mean, we saw level 3 from MrFlokki, but this time he wasn't even able to get it. So, okay, now we got more chances to play the game, and there we go. Tiger Nexus just going for the full follow-up, full damage, but sadly that's gonna put us on burnout. He's gonna be real careful, but the checks, look at this! Just beautiful kicks all over around.
Yeah, just perfect playing that mid-range right there, and that's where you need. That's a sweet spot when it comes to Sagat. He tried to go for a cross-up, still getting thrown, and he's gonna be able to react. There it is. We talked about bronze strats, but guess what? I don't care if it's bronze, silver, or gold. As long as it hits, it hits.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta bring them back up every few times, like, just gotta make sure the opponent is ready for them, because if it works, that's a beautiful thing about fighting games, things are right when they're right. And that kind of doesn't make sense when you say it like that, but if you know, you know.
Yeah, it's mostly you need to force your opponent to respect your game. If you're just going to let them just constantly loop you in the corner, you're never going to get an opportunity to play. And that's when you see Adexios just trying to use armor.
Wow.
DI to the corner, and that's surely going to be dead. Doesn't even need to use meter, so now we got full 3 sticks of butter for this final round. Still first to 3 the entire night, so looking for a big decider match here.
Again, and I mean, I'm seeing this tendency of seeing Adexios and Scutum to, you know, to parry some hits, some pokes, but then MrFlokki immediately goes for the jump, and then Adexios gets checked when releasing the Scutum. But you know what? Level 3, still in control. That's gonna be the prettiest picture here. Almost on burnout. It's gonna be one hit, and they're gonna put you. But down to the drive rush. He's a savage.
Oh, buzzer beater, man. Adexios. What a savage. But just like that, taking the lead here in the set once again. But again, I feel like Flokki's just really, really close. But again, I think resource management is going to be super important into this match.
I gotta say also, it's just Marisa hits you like a truck. Like one combo is gonna be almost 1/3 of your health consistently, especially with someone that's practiced with Marisa. So you cannot afford to make many mistakes, and you know, it's just MrFlokki having to capitalize 100% on every interaction. Every touch has to lead as most close to the corner as you can. And going for the reaction, I'm surprised that Adexios had time to react to that. Because the hit, I mean, level 2, this could be the end of the match here. I mean, of the round, but he decides to save a little bit. You know, the economy is a little bit rough. You have to save that meter.
It was what I was saying. He was in burnout. He was already at a huge life lead. Not much to risk. There was no level 3 accessible for Flokki. Oh, this time he's going to react to it. Not going to let you run away with this. Hold the phone now. Flokki.
Oh,
back to the corner. Big meter. Got level 3 as well. But is he going to have an opportunity? He's a nice interrupt with the force knockdown. Back to the corner we go. What's the loop? Hit him with the low check. Oh, crap.
I really like that, like just a chest with the lights, but sadly didn't get a knockdown out of that. You have to go for your fast strings, but sadly now you're on burnout versus Marisa in the corner. Another drive impact. Oh, just put the salt in the injury. Yeah. You just gotta put the drive rush like that to stun them. That's gonna be rough on the pride. You know that one hurts more on the pride. You know, it's just
one of the favorites, obviously, from winning last week over Ruthian MX. But up first, before that, we got Straw Hat Jamad and Black Machisimo.
Black Machisimo. Look at the, I say like, I read also Black Maximo, so it's like Maximum? Like Maximum? I mean, it makes sense. You get the maximum, maximum example of just muscle power over here with a big command grab like this. And also, this game from Zangief is insane. I still can't believe this is real.
Yeah, you know, when it first came out, I was kind of skeptical, but then honestly, after using it for a bit, I'm like, hey, this is my new favorite custom. It reminds me of Jack from Tekken, so I get to be a 2-for-1 deal. Oh, did he get? Oh, he didn't cross him. It looked like a cross-him situation, but Straw Hat's still getting gripped up. You gotta be really careful playing in that range of Zangief. He's got the death grippers.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful and maybe a little bit liberal here with the drive impacts, but I like the idea. You know, you call out the fireballs, they are topoliting on neutral. You get the big hit, and then you just get a little bit more with the big hits from Zangief. That's gonna do it. But now you're in the corner versus Ken. Yeah, that crushing medium is gonna do wonders. Just keeping the opponent checked constantly. Just those toes are gonna be. I mean, he has big pecs and all that, but those toes definitely feel like a little bit like Achilles over here.
And it's one of those things like. In this matchup in particular, it's tough for Ken players to use the Jin Ryu kicks, just because if you're quick enough and you're in range, you can actually just go for a raw command grab and it actually beats out the mix. So you gotta be really careful when you want to try to go for those the Jin Ryus. But you can see right now, Black not willing to suffer anything. Oh my god, he whiffed barely. He's ready. Oh, not able to do the big punish this time, but it doesn't matter because Black in burnout.
Definitely, yeah, just dealing with the fireballs. Keep it slow, keep it in there. I like that they're not being afraid, like, they are in burnout, but they're still willing to move forward, and to be honest, that's, you know, that's how you get your drive faster, so I like the initiative going there, but sadly it's gonna get clipped and drive impact just barely before getting on burnout, but going for the, I mean, going with the forbidden tactics, just a crazy reason that went there, and now with punish, good lord, my heart cannot take all of this. It was a little bit extreme, not gonna lie.
You gotta be really careful next time, because I mean, it's one of those things that you back Zangief into the corner with full meter like that. On level 3, it has the invulnerability frames. It will go through that DI attempt, so you gotta be really careful. Thankfully, Straw Hat was able to get that round closed out. Machisimo, it's just data though. He's just downloading. He's a robot, you know. It takes some time to download. Might be on the Wi-Fi.
Classic McDonald's Wi-Fi. But you know what? Just, I mean, you'll get that eventually. You know, the download will complete, so, but slowly. But I like it. Like they're jumping less. I like how they're approaching just slowly and getting to that range of that stop. Like getting the kick in like that is just gonna be wonderful for Black Machismo. Getting in there.
The pokes like that are definitely gonna add up quickly.
I really like that. It's just, I know people always say like, oh, the big slow grappler, but someone that executes it well is just art in motion. It's poetry in motion.
Is he gonna use level 1 here? No, he's just gonna keep it simple. I think he's scared of putting himself into burnout, so he wants to save some of the meter. Oh, just when I was talking about saving meter, the EXDP coming out of nowhere and closing out that round. Straw Hat looking pretty solid. Both these players looking for their first win of the night.
Over here we got it the Kusa special. When you have low resources and you bet it all on DP, it's just the classic Kusa Nagi special. But just going in there with DP, like you said, like, oh, they have low drive meter. They're not gonna put themselves in burnout for sure, but nah. They know they can kill with it and they're gonna let it rip if you're not ready. Oh my gosh, but speaking of letting it rip, that was the wrong spacing.
Yeah, the layers that these players have definitely starts to add up pretty quickly. And as well as things, I feel like Zangief players have to really go dig deep in the layer box because otherwise Zangief doesn't have the tools that he can just poke, you know, do a poke war against Ken. And this is what he needs to do. More of this. Jump in pile driver. I bet you go for it again. Of course he would. It's Zangief. Do it again. Oh shoot!
Going for the Siberian Express, immediately hitting it. I mean, I like the audacity. Just go out there, 1 pixel on the health. Keep it the magic. Do you have the magic, Straw Hat? That's a question. Can you bring it back? Oh, go for the impact. Not enough. Close enough to the corner. Oh, just a hit! Ah! Almost. That was so tense. But Black Machismo got it.
All right, still alive. Final round, game number 2. Definitely going back and forth between these two. They're respecting each other a lot more as the game goes along. But all of a sudden, Black says, to hell with respect. I'm all about that disrespect. No doctor, though.
So we're in the master's degree yet, you know? Guess the block on the lineup, but doesn't get a punish in there. It's a little bit tricky. Sometimes you don't know 100% when it's over. So I have seen people walk into those active frames, so you gotta be real careful. Siberian Express one more time. Fast travel to the corner, but I'm not holding no offense. Out of here.
Ah, no! Oh, he's still alive! No way Straw Hat comes back. Look at that pixel. Ah! Still good defense. He's got 1 bar, and he's not going to be able to use the toe tap. Again, Black Machismo just knows how to layer the low taps in throughout the entire match, along with the Siberian Express and like the pile driver and stuff like that. So, got to keep that up if he wants to still stay in the lead in this set. All tied up though.
I mean, you were talking about the download, but yeah, definitely Black Machismo has done really well at showing those little toe taps, just hitting it with the crashing medium, making sure to find those gaps that Straw Hat is leaving on their offense. So that little thing is just making wonders. Also, but now they're doing the corner. This is like definitely this is where Straw Hat Jamad feels the best. You know, going for the G and rise. Now you have the throw loops going in there, crashing forward. Yeah, that's how you start. You know, they're in their happy place, because look at this, the difference between playing just the neutral game in the mid stage and now here in the corner. Look at that, the spacing is perfect. Then we're punishing everything. You cannot press versus this guy.
Yeah, like I said, Straw Hat just kind of keeping Black in the corner and not giving him any opportunity to breathe. You can see right now, I think Black Machismo recognized, like, you know what, I can't try to play defense against this. I can't just sit here and poke all day. Ken, you know, definitely one of the best characters in the game when it comes to like that small poke tools.
I like the poke battle. In neutral, it's just constantly poking, seeing how they can confirm it like that, and going immediately after that. Oh my gosh, Straw Hat is just getting no shit constantly by those.
Gotta be careful! Armor, luckily, not close enough to the wall to get that wall splat, but now he's in that depth range. Gotta be really careful here. Going airborne, double time. He's gonna spin him around. And both these players, again, just not using any of their meters. They both had 3 bars of meter for, like, I don't know, it feels like 5-6 rounds in a row now.
You know, they're 74 Street Fighter 7. You never know when you need it. maybe we got 5 meters over there, so you can start with 3 from now. But But yeah, like I was thinking about Strahan was already in critical arts and range in the last round, so I was thinking, oh, one confirming to a level 3 can do it, but oh, for the biggest fans, indeed! My loyal fans are there in the chat. Can we get an ovation for the big spinning pile driver? It's gonna do the job. Not gonna be enough, but oh, please don't tell me that was a misinput. That was tragic for a whiff.
I think it was a real one. I think he just thought he was gonna be a little bit closer. Just going to what works. He goes to OD version. Did he block this time? Yes, he did.
My gosh.
He's not quick enough on the punish. Oh my gosh, counter it through. Troyu still alive, but the fireball, he caught it. I think he meant to try to go for a parry, but didn't recognize he was in overheat. Good attempt right there from Black, but game number 3 going the way of Straw Hat.
The muscle power cannot save you from cheap damage, sadly. I mean, yeah, that one is one of those situations where I don't know if they're tempted to go for a parry or if it was just like either hit or chip damage. You know, like we saw the burnout, but I guess for how much HP was left, I think it was just a bare hit, like a raw hit from the Hadoken.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, rough spot to be in.
It's easier to tell when it's the first round because it'll tell you exactly what it was. But once it's that final round situation, that's one thing I hope they add in at some point in time. They'll show you what they won or lost with. So, you know, one would hope. But game number 4 coming straight at you.
Coming pod. Yeah, just again, Strahan was doing what they do best.
Gosh.
Immediately.
Oh my god!
Give me 3. Can you give me? Do 4. You want? Okay. So yeah, just go for the heavy punch. It's gonna be okay. I mean, also just making sure to give it a whole through the stage. Oh my gosh.
Vixie, como se dice perfect?
Perfecto. So it's a perfecto. You just add an O over there. Just perfecto. Instead of 7 golden letters, you make it 8.
8. There you go. Perfect round right there for Straw Hat. On set point here. Just needs to close it out with one more quick round. Throw looping the grappler is one of those things you don't see all too often. Did he block it? No, he did not.
One more.
Oh boy. Tough spot.
I gotta say, I love that level too. I just really like the variations when Zangief turns to the camera and goes like, one more, slams you. But oh yeah, one more shot. This is where the extra HP that Zangief has comes in handy. But nothing's gonna save you from whiffing a big STD. You know, you won. And it's been so fun. I enjoy it. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with it. And look at this. We got the one and only LeviHakai, the one on the top of the leaderboard we were mentioning earlier, but now versus Dummy 420.
Yeah, currently sitting near the top. He's 4-1 right now, so trying to improve it up to 5-1 and pretty much solidify his spot into the top 8. This is last week's winner, so Dummy 420's got his work cut out for him, but again, nothing's impossible, and he's not playing the main right now. He's pulling out the Guile, so maybe he wants to try to duke it out at range 4.
Those perfects, definitely. You're gonna get used to listening to that perfect, so get very used to right now, because now you got also the Q, you jump over it or you parry that. It's gonna be super important with your approach here. That leg's gonna be really annoying if you're not ready for it. In there you go, trying to go, dude, the corner carry just by blocking is great, but sadly finishing on the safe part of that follow-up from the Fuha is just definitely not what you want for Dummy.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things he's trying to catch maybe Levi off guard, but again, defense from a lot of these top-level players are really top-notch. They're not going to swing into unfavorable positions. They're just going to take the mix, maybe try to parry if they're really uncertain about those situations, but either way, Dummy is doing a really good job at kind of battling Levi, keeping him into the corner, but just when I say that, one little dash up, it swaps sides momentarily.
I don't want to hold. Oh, that was almost a beautiful conversion with the fireball there, but not gonna be enough. Trying to destroy the Sonic Boom, but it's not gonna be enough. And now you're on burnout. Terrible position for Dummy. Look at this. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy that knee all the way. Just going in there, but still, Dummy just has to play the patience game. Just one more touch. You gotta walk up in there. Ooh. Oh, and there we go. Beautiful use of the fireball to cover your approach.
That was really smart. Good stuff for Dummy. Tying things up. And again, doing a really good job at playing that range 4. It's kind of a tough task against a Guile just because you don't have access to unlimited fireballs like he does. But Dummy's been doing a really good job at kind of gaining some resources.
if I remember correctly, this is one of the few matchups where Juri actually struggles. Like, this is one where she is forced to have to deal with the sonic booms or either being with sonic blades. But now, poor thing, poor Juri. Look at this. Like, I was saying, oh, she's having a bad time, but now are you seeing Dummy having a great time, just mashing the buttons and doing the custom block strings with level 2? But nah, like I'm just saying, like as it is, you know, she's gonna struggle a little bit. But you know what? She had to suffer in one way or another. She had it too good for too long.
Yeah, really good call from Levi. Closing that distance, putting himself in burnout, but again, he's in a pretty good spot, and of course, those little low, light jabs to be able to close out the round. It was close. He gave Dummy one more interaction right there. I think he definitely could have taken that first game, so I'm not going to think too much into it, just going to try to apply that offensive approach a tad bit better coming in this next match. Just run it back, Turbo.
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot of this. I mean, people just know by this time we've seen Kava and other Guile players just show how it's done, but it's, you know what? I don't know if it goes with the character or the archetype, but specifically Guile players, they're just so cracked on defense. They're so good at just defending, and you know, they already know the patience, but defending versus someone like Juri can be so hard. And look at that, round executed beautifully by LeviHakai.
Again, not in fear in the slightest. I mean, he put himself into burnout and didn't even hesitate. Straight back to the low, light punch again, and as well as things, he's been doing that a lot during this matchup, because I feel like it's been working really well, like, especially against Dummy in particular. Not about particularly the character, but he just knows when to interrupt, knows when to push the buttons, and you see him gonna apply pressure right now, pedal to the metal.
And speaking of pushing the pedal, I mean, Dummy definitely feeling a little bit desperate. We saw the punish on the attempt to go for the dive kick, and while I like the idea of proposing that, just going for that option. Oh no, not like this. I don't know, Frog. The way I see people go for this kind of reset sometimes is very risky. It's like very high reward, but the risk is way too high, especially with people that know they're looking for it.
Yeah, again, you already hit the nail on it. It's really tough to try to go for that mix-up in that particular situation because, again, I mean, sure, he's in burnout, but it just takes one good read and he can completely turn around that match. You saw that great defensive option right there for Levi, just completely catapulted that game into his favor. Already up 2-0, and again, this is not his main. I mean, I don't even know what his main really is now because he plays so many characters. I mean, last week he won primarily playing with Elena and Sea Viper, so it's interesting to see he chose the Guile here, maybe just for a matchup preference.
I mean, yeah, I definitely see it that way. Elena has really good buttons to poke with, and she has really good overheads to shake the opponent, but Juri just wins in the rushdown department. And I mean, with Sea Viper, she is just wasting, well, not wasting, but eating a lot of drive meter. So Guile is also so drive meter efficient. He only uses it into the EX somersault, and everything else is just going for the perfects, going for the sonic booms.
Perfect. Every single time. OD finish right there for Levi. One more round to be able to take a dominant 3-0 victory here and pretty much secure his spot in that winner side of top 8. And right now, unless Dummy comes up with some magic, yeah, not gonna happen. You could pull out some dark magic energy and it still wouldn't be enough. This man Levi was playing perfect.
It was a great time, so just getting to know all the people playing, but also here I mean, the production side is always it's also a very interesting and cool side to experience. But I mean, we can keep japping all that, that's why we're on the mic, but we have to put some shine on the lights for these players. It's MrFlokki, who we already saw there earlier, but now Rasek is shining here, coming in through for the first time on stream.
Yeah, Flokki gonna have a tough time here when it comes to Rasek, but so far he feels like he's had a pretty good start against him. Maybe he knows a little bit more about the Bison matchup versus the Marisa that we saw a little bit earlier, but either way, he's gotta be real careful with those Psycho Crushers because they have a really good time of closing that distance. But just when I say that, the jumping elbow, I love it. I love to see it. Sagat players rarely use that, but when they do, they make it count.
Yeah, we saw that also being used versus Adexios earlier today, so Flokki definitely knows what's up with that. Like, they know how to layer it and they know what they're looking for specifically. It's not just, an autopilot thing. They know what they're looking for, a reaction to the opponent, they just as a bait. And so far is doing wonders here versus Rasek, and look at this. Also very comfortable with the Bison matchup, definitely showing like Sagat was really done when he left the Shadaloo organization. He's like, okay boss, remember that $5 you took from me for the vending machine? It's come back there for with interest, please.
Yeah, I remember.
Repent. He's going
Oh, he's gonna save up? Interesting, I guess he just wants to save it.
Oh.
Yeah, good call. Wanted to save up some of his meter for the following round. I thought he could have killed with a little bit of extra damage, but either way, chip becoming a factor when you get to those solo low situations, and Rasek not even flinching him a bit.
Rasek, someone like we know here in the community for being very proactive and understanding well how to counterattack. He's someone that will press in the right moment. He will understand what the opponent is looking for in their offense and just know how to counteract like this. Sometimes doesn't get the full string, but you know what? Taking their turn back is more than enough. But oh no, Flokki, you're on burn. They push themselves into the corner too. Oh no, the wake up level 3. Yes, that's 2 for 2.
Good call. Saw he was getting a little greedy, a little antsy. Wanted to try to apply some more pressure while he's in burnout. Is that Tiger Knee willing to counteract? Oh no! Not gonna hit though. On the wall, it's gonna hit this time just before he gets out of burnout. Buzzer beater for Rasek and taking game number 1.
Oh, and you know, I understand why he's spending level 3 in that moment, but maybe saving the level 3 or at least reversal for a reaction to a drive impact, because I have noticed this from Flokki a few times that they try to go for, you know, for the level 3 and middle strings, but on burnout that just leaves you with that option. You have to make a hard call out if you want to avoid that drive impact and avoid stun.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think he's really got to start paying attention to his defensive options. Resource management is going to be super important in these matchups. Just because you may know, I mean, you see right there, good call using that Psycho Pressure along with the mine, so you kind of keep him in that stun lock situation, but even though you know the matchup pretty well, one of those things, Rasek starts to change up his timing a little bit and makes it really tough for you to be able to get anything done. You saw him put himself in a burnout just trying to use parries and trying to find options that can kind of beat out of the approach.
Oh, beautiful match there. Seeing the overhead from a second, just being like a hard call.
Oh my god!
Oh, going for the big jump. And the grab? Oh gosh, this is a spaghetti all over the floor. People are dying over there, but the spaghetti's over here. Just going constantly at each other's neck, finding something, whatever, with him, but Rasek is the one coming out on top. Big damage incoming is gonna be one more touch, and Bison on burnout, he's not that bad. He just has access to more plus frames, and you're not ready, get caught out by the Psycho Crusher. 2-0 on the board, and Rasek looking definitely overwhelming with Bison.
Disrespect. I mean, he's in burnout. You're supposed to be holding back there, Ross, so you're not supposed to be pressing. But again, his utilization of like moves like the Psycho Crusher just really make it easy to close that gap. Even against Sagat, that's, you know, historically has great options at that range, that mid-range. But again, the call-outs from Flokki not paying off all the time. Gets it this time, but he's got to do a lot more work if he has to try to bring this deficit back.
I mean, just going for the Tiger Shot, but you know what, I like the idea of going for Tiger Shot that a bit closer, because that way you can also put the mental stack on your opponent of pressing the medium kicks, but Rasek doesn't care for that. It's just constantly going in and takes the round. This is match point for Rasek. This is going a little bit, I know Bison makes rounds go fast, but this is a little bit too fast if you ask me.
You blink and you miss it, and I saw nothing but counter right there, so as well as Flokki gotta slow it down a little bit. I know he's trying to pick up the offense a little bit, so he's not playing defense, but this is not the way. You see him right now trying to fight out of the corner. He does manage to get out, trying to throw him back in there, but Rasek too keen, too quick on the defense, and with working on a level 3 here, it's not going to kill, but this is definitely going to hurt. Yeah, so he's not going to try to use it, just going to go for another Psycho Crusher Mine mix-up. And guess what? Mind Goblins is going to win every single day of the week.
Yeah. So we just stop for a hot dog, and before everything, you know, before we go out for the night and just enjoy and talk about everything or just going on in the tournament. And speaking of things going on, we got the one and only Easy versus the one and only Zombie. We're talking about Blanka mains, and now we got one of those. I mean, not only one of those, one of the Blanka mains.
And this is a good match, man. These are both both these players, oddly enough, finished 5th place. They both tied for 5th last week, so they're both trying to either repeat their performance or even do a little bit better. And they both have the opportunity to do so. They're both sitting pretty well in terms of the standings. However, EC top of leaderboards, 5-0, trying to make it 6-0 right now.
EC definitely is a player that can dominate really strongly some brackets. So I'm not surprised to see him really doing well in the live format. So let's see if he can keep going with this.
I'll tell you right now, the Americans hate EC like bad. Like at least in North America out here, he's so good, and he really makes people irritated because his Juri is just so solid.
I mean, I guess the sentiment is quite similar because people over here in Mexico also they're like, I have to play easy. Come on, I mean, he plays Juri in a way that also sometimes makes people very annoyed, and that's 100% on the opponent to getting angry. But I mean, if you get advantage from that, I mean, at the end it's also mental warfare. But speaking of also damage, look at this. One more touch can do it. Yeah, bam. Not yet.
One hit. Oh, wow. Good call right there. So, yeah, able to save a lot of his resources for this final round situation. Good call from Zombie. And I wonder if that's going to be his acronym for his name. Just internationally sworn enemy or something. I don't know. I have to come up with something, but that's going to be his new nickname.
Sometimes people play for glory, some others for recognition, maybe some others play, to be that guy.
Whoa! That was crazy call out. Cannonball whipping completely. No water in sight. But you can see, you gotta be really careful here. Oh no, that is not careful. That's the exact opposite of being careful. Level 2 initiated. And you already know, sparks are gonna be flying right now. Into the corner, mines have been set. DI, you're looking at the floor, but you should be looking up. Hit it with the Willem Dafoe. Back to the corner. Big damage. Minefield set again. And look at that, just completely mixing him up. Trying to go for a throw mix, but find his way out of the corner. Puts himself into burnout. And unfortunately, EC survived the onslaught and taking that first round.
And it can be so scary to be in burnout versus Blanka, but EC just... ice, cold as ice. The composure was just unbroken there. Just making sure to find the right moment, and when Zombie tried to go for a funky reset, it just didn't work at all. The defense also on the Blanka was really clever. Just throw the parry, wait, and Zombie just had to hold that. Tried to go also with the funky rainbow ball stuff, but sadly just didn't find the mix-up they needed for the last reset. So let's see if things can change here in round 2. Game number 2, sorry. Because definitely Zombie, very capable of doing some adaptations.
Yeah, EC, like I said, just really good at reading when someone wants to make that approach. That's why he's so well regarded, both in a good and a positive and a negative light, because again, he just knows when to go airborne every single time. That's super important. Willing to spend all of his resources right away, so no full range mix. Instead, he's just gonna have to deal with the jaws of defeat if he's not too careful. Oh my gosh, I told you, he knows! He knows when to go airborne!
He just knows. He definitely is playing like a sidekick because he just being so good at preempting those, being so preventive, and look at that, another one! Just try to throw the reversal out there, but he just constantly, like you said, I'm pretty sure he looks like he's playing with a springboard because definitely keeps jumping all over every attempt at offense from Zombie.
Hey, that was such a great read. I mean, that incredible stuff. Oh, and here we go. He said, "Don't make me angry. Don't jump another time. I'm gonna hit you with another mix." Oh, he did it again, twice in a row. Unreal. He must have took an extra Red Bull because he's got straight wings right now. Ouch!
Oh my gosh! But you might have all the wings, but definitely that reactions are on Zombie side. You're not gonna put him in stun like that easily. Gets the hit. Blanka, I think, has already... Yeah, you leave the screen and Blanka just disappears. Still, not the worst spot to be in burnout. Almost already there, out of there. From just one more touch. Oh, no. That's gonna take a way longer. That's gonna feel like eternity to get out of burnout here. Big damage, and now you're in another desperation spot. About could be, but EC has made a great job of baiting those reversals, but it's gonna be one touch. What? Single touch.
What he was, and again, I think that's where a lot of players were kind of leaning towards and where they were focusing on. And that's where EC took advantage of it. He saw that he was just about to get out of burnout situation. So what did he do? He applied pressure. He put him into a level 3 guessing situation right after that. Still keeps him in the corner. So great option select right there from EC, and just it's a testament to why he's undefeated right now. He's one more game away from still staying in that 6-0 position. So Zombie really got to dig deep here if he wants to try to bring this back and get a win on the board.
Just throwing yourself to the corner, but then baiting the throw there, but sadly doesn't get enough to punish there just to capitalize 100% on those movement options. Zombie definitely in a lot of trouble. Gets the hit, but no confirmed. It was so far away. I get it. It's rough.
Again, EC is one of those players that does actually like to use a lot of the resources, building up the Zen meter. Oh, just DP? No worries about a cross up there. It'll autocorrect. Ah! Airborne. Ah! Only I can jump. Ah! Oh no!
Oh, there we go! Finally! Finally worked for Zombie. Okay. You know, that DP moves forward, so I was thinking like, yeah, maybe you jump in place, but you have to be really point blank for it to avoid it. But everything went out the Zombie there. Definitely looking better, but still has to do a lot of work.
You can definitely do it. Again, Zombie is, I mean, they're obviously the same, right? Ooh. He's got one more MR more than him, so obviously he knows how to play the game. He knows how to play the character, but does he know how to play against EC? Because this is a beast of a player. Perfect round, jumping for joy. One more round to close it out and finish off this ladder format 6-0. He's pissed now. Vixie,
yeah, he's very
he needs some help.
Oh my god, I don't know like if I can help here. Definitely don't know if it's a battle that I would like to get in there because, you know, I like my body without electricity in it. And look at this beautiful extension with the Blanka Chan. It's just one more touch, and somebody can make it over, banding it all in the dive impact, just going like that. Just okay, you're not gonna react to this. He had meter, he had drive meter, he had everything to punish you for attempting that, but now somebody was like 100% sure that was gonna work. And I just noticing like a lot of Mexican players in this bracket. I haven't seen Zombie in the list before, but now that I see him playing here, I'm like, oh, it is my Zombie, it is our Zombie. So we got a 100% Mexican match over here. So these two definitely know each other.
Oh yeah, I know for a fact they both played each other in tournament and they played each other on the rank multiple times. So these guys definitely going layer 3 into this matchup. And they got to do a little bit more if they want to try to find it and secure this win. Zombie in a really bad spot right now. DI incoming. And that's going to be able to take that round. Not going to need to use any more resources other than the drive rush. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. One more round for EC to close out this set.
Do you think that EC made that one up for the spite? You know, like take a taste of your own medicine.
Yep, 100%.
Beautiful air throw.
He's one of those players that's very disrespectful. Like that right there, there was no need for that. That is true. There was no need. He just did that because he was like, I'm just going to do that to be a bel air.
I mean, also, what a way to better shut down someone's drive rush with the super, you know? Just, like you say, it's not needed. You can DP that, but definitely just making sure to do the thing that makes more, you know, salt to the opponent.
Yeah, add the mental stacks. Ruin their physique. But again, it's supposed to be you really do need to do that against a Blanka player, all jokes aside, because you can't let Blanka players get away with that the crazy stuff, because then you start seeing them do flips like this and free cannonballs, and it's just a really difficult game to try to secure and keep them anchored to the ground.
Wow.
Oh no!
I like the idea, but from that far away, because EC can also
And that's kind of what the characters do too. They just go, oh, there it goes, the explosions.
Speaking of the explosions, definitely we got some explosive catches coming on Zombie.
Whoa.
Coming back here on the stream, the back-to-back, and it's MrFlokki just with that Honda. We don't see Honda that often, but definitely when someone makes him shine, is one of those nightmare scenarios.
Okay, this match has a lot of weight to it, because Frankie is currently sitting at 4-1, so a win here would put him at 5-1, would get him that much closer to making winner side top 8, because we do base your winner-loss ratio to gauge who makes it into winners and loser side of the WLN top 8.
Ooh, that is very true then. The tiebreaker is gonna be one hell of a decider here.
No escape!
I mean, Zombie definitely escaping. He's moving around with the big command hop. Oh no, it does the whole thing with Honda. If you're not the one controlling the pace, especially versus Blanka, you're gonna be holding a lot of pressure.
Yeah, again, you really don't see Honda all too often. Frankie, I think probably the only player in our ladder tonight that actually does play the character, so it's definitely one of those knowledge checks. So you gotta be ready for it. If you're not, you're gonna get tossed around like a rag doll.
Shouts to you, Wilman, by the way. He's another really good Honda that sometimes joins brackets, so shouts to you, Wilman. I like that. I like to see him play. But now, the spotlight lands on Frankie. And look at that. He might be in burnout, but he's not out of options. Immediately going to level 3. I like that. Let it rip. Secure the round. You know, maybe you're a little bit out of resources, a little bit dry for round number 3, but you got the job done. Now you can breathe a little bit, and now, you know, it's all about taking one interaction at a time here.
Yeah, one option at a time. I mean, sure, you may have used all your resources at the same time, and you tied it up, and now we go to a final round situation, but wow, that is a very fast burnout. I mean, 6-second burnout coming out from Flanker, but again, when you're in control of the offense, it's totally okay. As long as you stay away from that corner, don't get parried like that.
I mean, even then, at least, I mean, the thing is, Honda's level 1 is not the best to use, so he's gonna have to wait for the level 2 here, which is not that bad. Mirror is built. Oh my gosh, the whiff into the side switch. Oh, that was nasty from Zombie. Oh, but no, let me see. But he was cooking a little bit too hot. He was cooking a little bit too hot, and perfect parry. No way. It's okay, kill. You know.
Yep. The level 1.
Oh,
it doesn't kill. I jinxed it. Oh no. Yeah. No way. No way.
Can you make it?
To the corner, he's going, he's looking for the headbutt, not gonna find it. Just perfect timing from Zombie to go airborne to barely make the headbutt whiff and close out the round. That got really dicey right there. I thought a level 2 was gonna be coming out from Zombie, but instead thought the damage was gonna be enough to kill. And perfect parries again from Zombie have been the tail of the tape right now, and he ain't slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, Zombie realizing, you know what, I went fast, I went hard in the first game, gotta keep it like that. I'm gonna make sure that Frankie has to be the one to solve this problem, because sure, I don't care. But look at the thing is, both characters are quite similar in their options in the way they approach the oppression. Yes, they have to poke. Yes, they got their risky options, making the Blanka balls and the headbutts. But in the end, it's just about how your opponent responds. And Zombie has been perfect, more than perfect with these parries.
And again, that's where I think maybe just the matchup knowledge comes into play here. He's definitely experienced the Honda, knows when to time the parries to kind of mitigate that damage altogether and be able to get interaction in his favor. And the dash in low, he wasn't ready.
Definitely getting overwhelmed here. You can feel that a little bit on the trying to poke a little bit with the kicks, but it's not working. And there we go. Now that you're in range, you can also start doing with the light jabs, but even then, the thing is, it's just Honda and Blanka share similar ranges where they're effective, so if you are in your preferred range, Blanka so it is too, so it's definitely a hard spot to be in when you are the one dictating the pace. And I was thinking, yeah, maybe we can see a little bit more of the Oisho throw, and definitely making sure to use it there. Going crazy with the DI, come on.
Yeah, these guys are definitely playing to their character strengths. I mean, they both really thrive on that kind of uncomfortable situation where they're just, you don't know what they're going to do next. And that's where you need to live at, the dagger's edge. And great stuff from Frankie, able to tie things up here in game number 2. I don't know who's gonna take it. It's been going back and forth between these two. It literally just feels like a roll of the dice.
Yeah, definitely one ends up steamrolling at the end. And in the last game, also Frankie was forced to use the level 3 and the round 2 to close it off. But now they're in a very comfortable position here, just making sure to take it slow. Yeah, putting pressure with the headbutts, but Zombie definitely not looking that hot in the drive meter management section though.
Well, it's okay though. Looks like they're going to be able to charge back up unless a couple of headbutts, a couple cannonballs find their connection. Gets the guaranteed slide afterwards. Goes to the parry. Not going to be as perfect timing from Zombie. But airborne he goes. And that would have been plenty of damage to be able to close that round out. Zombie 2-0 lead right now. Frankie, you got to really think about how to make this adjustment because he is already down 2 games to nothing. But it ain't over until the fat lady sings. Still can make the comeback here. Got to make it 3-0.
Definitely, the desperation wasn't look. The desperation was showing. The desperation was looking at was showing in Frankie the last round. Just once they were put on the corner, just trying to find something, trying to maybe get a jab or the throw, but definitely Zombie made sure to take advantage of that. And now here again, same situation, Burnout. Now you're in the corner again, trying to escape, but a whiff punish is coming in. Not a bad spot to be in though, and you put yourself in range of the drive impact. Oh no, coming in like a truck immediately. That's gonna seal the deal. Last round, baby. We believe in the comeback, right?
I hope so. If you're a Flankr fan, you better give him your energy because he really needs it. Spirit Bomb, charge him up. He is down 2 games. He is down around here in the potential final game between these two. And everything's working for Zombie, or is it? No, he drops the combo. Still alive. Oh. Cannonball versus Headbutt. This is crazy work.
Battle of the Charge Inputs. They're just shooting each other, just throwing, you know, shooting the gun, whoever wins. But I'm surprised actually that wasn't a trade, that the Blanka ball actually won cleanly. But speaking of winning here, it's gonna be one more touch into a level 3. Yes! Jungle Fury, you made the beast angry immediately. Yes, I think this is gonna seal the deal, right? Yeah, no ship, no last pixel, no dreams, only, well, yeah, sweet dreams, only sweet dreams, because you're going to sleep now. 3-0 on the board, and Zombie taking it on to themselves to maybe making it out of with the Spanish. But I want to put you, okay, I want you to try to say like saludos a la banda. Say it to everybody over here that speaks Spanish.
Salud Salamanca. Let's go.
A la banda.
Salamanca.
Salud Salamanca. ¿Tú conoces Salamanca?
Tabusa, Calamanca, Calamar.
Almost there. You got it. We can try that. We can try that later again, but almost nailing it. You know, you're close. You're close. But what is close is definitely Dummy about taking the first round, looking really strong, and also shaming to the IS buffet. Hey, I see you. You got good taste in there.
All right, let's get it. Dummy. Looking to a corner. Zombie's gonna be able to put the minefield going. You gotta be real careful here. How are you gonna wake up? Can't do the same option every single time. Looking for a shocking victory, but you see right now Zombie still applying pressure, letting it, just a moment of respite is just enough time for Dummy to get out of the corner. Perfect parry off the cannonball, and he closed the distance, not enough to get the kill. Was looking for a throw, but not gonna find it. Nether Z. Oh my gosh! One hit! Oh, man, it's out of range. Unfortunate.
Bet it all on the command grab. That was bold. You know, I like the idea, but yeah, just a little bit out of range. And I really like how Dummy got the perfect parry on the ball, and you know, they recognize how to get the punish, but sadly, Zombie was still in the air, so the juggle got a little bit hard to continue after the standing heavy punch. But even then, it's really good. Just, you know, that Dummy knows the counter play because that's vital.
Oh, wow. Again, we were talking about this earlier. Dummy, one of the few juries actually utilize the level 2, wants to keep the plus frames, especially in this corner situation and in burnout. There's not much you can do. You try to press, you try to DI, you try to jump, none of it works. And you can see Dummy just keeping it simple, easy throw to be able to close out the round. Game number 1, going to the way of the Dummy.
Looking really strong, and it seems like, I mean, Zombie definitely has a little bit of a Juri problem, like, or either the Juris are just too good at the Blanka matchup, they're ready for them, you know, you're like, okay, we're gonna train for one matchup specifically, I'm gonna be so ready for it, and you know, they're not gonna see it coming, it's gonna be a Blanka, right? But definitely a big struggle here. You know, you have such a linear approach with Blanka that can make things just quite predictable, while Juri just has a lot of options to go by.
Of course, that's what I was talking about. She really struggles with like her versatility and just being able to kind of really mix your opponents up. And this is no exception. Dummy putting the hurt on him. Back to the corner. Now he's got to guess for a situation. What's the wake up? Just going to go for raw button, raw low to be able to get himself out of harm's way. EX Cannonball finds its mark finally over the projectile he was trying to do before. And the DI once again. Just knew he was not going to be able to see that DI coming like a deer in headlights.
Deer to the headlights. Sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes you're the deer, sometimes you're the headlights, sometimes you're the person recording on the background, but definitely it's just the way the Blanka goes. And I guess also the way the rushdown that Juri particularly just is designed for is just very overwhelming. Is you either play the game or you don't play the game. And then neutral happens, and if neutral happens, it's very messy.
Yeah, no matter what situation you're in, either way, you're going straight to World Star. Right now, he's going to be just applying big pressure. Level 2 said, hey, that's a nice level 2 there, dummy. I want to try it as well. But this time, mine probably can do a little bit more damage than the throws he enough to be able to close it out. And all tied up. Zombie, a quick retaliatory game. I don't know who's going to win this, man. This is back and forth right now.
Yeah, somebody felt locked in after that. But what a check! Okay, hit them with a crushing medium, and after that, just immediately going for the small punish. Dummy goes for a lot of these resets, and we talk about how these resets can be a little bit too dangerous sometimes when you go versus players that are respecting them, or yeah, specifically ones with reversals. We saw that backfire a lot versus the Guile player earlier today, but let's see now if Zombie is ready for those. We saw him already throw the up ball, but you need a little bit more patience if you want to deal with those resets.
But patience is good. Not the perfect parry. Reward your patience. Oh, he tried to go for a parry himself with the throw coming out from Dummy. Again, not living up to his name. That was a real smart move.
The Dummy is just a bait, you know. People think like, oh, fighting Dummy. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be easy, and you know they have like the biggest IQ in the room, so it does a real mix-up.
I always try to surround myself with people that are smarter than me, but at the same time, being the smartest in the game really makes things easy for you. Dummy just put him in that constant loop. DIs to get out of harm's way, but now he's got to use level 2 just to kind of maintain that pressure and stay out of that corner situation. But the DP from Dummy, way too strong, working on perfect, but just when I say that, ruined by the electricity.
Oh, gets the full confirmed. Yeah, like that. Both hits on the standing medium, that was lovely. Just immediately going for the full combo after that, put themselves in burnout, but you know, at that point, you better just take it all the way. 2-1 on the board, Zombie facing elimination, but, I mean, you never know, we saw Zombie lock in on that game number 2.
Yeah, I would say you don't want to count Blanka out at all. You could just kind of really start spicing things up, throw a random cannonball here and there, and kind of shift the paradigm of the match. So I am not going to say it's over until it's fully said and done. But, I mean, again, all of our matches tonight, 1st to 3, so they have plenty of time to make the adaptation.
And look at this, the respect from Dummy, you know, trying to not overextend, trying to not commit to a bottom because maybe the Blanka ball is coming, just being very aware of that threat that Blanka ball is, but I also wonder if they're being a little bit too cautious of going forward all the way in case of, you know, maybe a up ball might happen, or, you know, the up back into the Blanka ball can happen too if you want to go too crazy on the offense. So just a lot of precaution from Dummy. I guess maybe the tension is also, they're a little bit too tense. I'm about to make it to the next round on top 8, but that's what can happen sometimes.
It's definitely a double-edged sword, right? You want to balance the risk and reward. While sometimes you get punished for it, sometimes it'll catch your opponent off guard. And you saw right there, Zombie's is willing to take the big risk and take the big reward. And he just needs another round to be able to tie things up. And just what I was talking about earlier again, it's never over till it's over. Zombie trying to tie things up. And he's looking pretty solid right now, but just when I say that, Dummy just putting the hurt on him, and just like that, right back at you, level 2, engaged.
In there. We're talking about Juri level 2, but now it's just Zombie telling him, I also got a level 2, let me show you how it's done. Big Blanka ball, Blanka ball with Blanka-chan. Oh no, the mental stack.
That was sick. Oh my gosh, he's gonna do it again. He's got one more jaw if he wants to try to use it, but may not even need it, doesn't even need it. Yes, sir. And just like that, Zombie ties things up. Final game between these two. I told you it's gonna be a gigabanger this whole way through. Already just in the first round of our top 8, it's going the distance.
It's interesting to see. Zombie started just very strong at the first game, and now we're seeing a little bit more shy on the offense. Just maybe second guessing for going for those resets. We saw that, but also just not seeing too much action from them on pressure. They're getting some nice openings with some hits, but they're not confirming 100% on every interaction. So that's been a little bit of a problem here, but it's okay. Just go in there again. Juri has enough to just approach and then disengage on her own terms.
Of course, his use of EX moves kind of make the things, shift the tides in your favor. But again, I feel like Blanka, one of those snowbally characters. You're going to see another one later on in the bracket, but finally, Dummy getting some things going their way. Moves on to set point. And this is loser's side, so loser will be eliminated from the tournament. Zombie, last opportunity, was looking good, brought it back to a final game situation, but now on the back foot, and this is just gonna hurt even more.
Entree activated, going for one reset, give me two. Nah, pressure all the way. Make him guess, keep him guessing. Oh, just a little bit too far.
Oh, okay. It's all gone. And he uses the cannonball at the perfect time. Real risky, but again, never gonna find an opening if you don't take any chances. The Blanka mix. Here we go, another throw. Yeah, I gotta go for a throw tech right there. Super good call from Dummy.
Yeah, I have enough time to charge the full Hajin, so might well do it. Throw the fireball out if you have the chance, but even then, you usually want to save those for the combos like this. EX version into the level 1 maybe? Can this kill? That's the question!
I don't think it's enough! Yeah, one more interaction! Gotta be careful. She's in burnout. EX. Oh my gosh, she's gonna go straight to level 2. It just holds back. I can't believe it. The defense from these two. Too strong. Full bars of meter. Able to tech it, survives the onslaught, but now he's gotta do the impossible. A huge comeback with only 1 bar of meter. Can he make it happen? This is a great start. No way.
It's gonna need one more interaction though. Ah! Big legs, big problems, big damage, and that's gonna do it. 3-2. Zombie's so close to making it back. Them are so just growing here. And speaking of one of those, it's gonna be Adexios versus Frankie versus Frankie that showed us a really crazy set versus Zombie, but now they're fighting for their lives on the other side of the losers bracket.
Alright, from one crazy character to another, we're gonna see if MrFlokki can make it happen with the E.Honda. But we saw Adexios playing a little bit earlier, really saw the Marisa, so not gonna have too big of an opening when it comes to like these whiff situations. Adexios is locked in.
Immediately, yeah, he wants the damage, and also the damage to the drive gauge, and that's the burnout, that's the stun immediately, and that's gonna do it. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's kind of your job. You have to bully people in the corner, so you're immediately gonna make sure to make American have a bad time, but the timing on the stun was just perfect.
Yeah, Frankie finished 7th place last week, so trying to do a repeat performance. Obviously gonna do that with making top 8 already, but wants to do a little bit better. Just needs to surpass one of the beasts. Mommy Energy coming at you, and now you have to deal with her in the corner. Overhead! Good call out, and she had full meter. She's gonna close that distance. Now you have to guess her game. Nice throw tech, but the perfect parry is enough to close out the round, close out game number 1.
And remember, for that parry, you don't have to just tap the parry button anymore. You have to make that wait intention with a low parry. So Adexios was just in Frankie's mind at that interaction. Still, I would like to see Frankie. It's rough. Both of these characters are kind of committed to what their game plan is. You have to use Gladius to use their armor with Marisa, and then with oh my gosh, with Honda you are kind of forced to be using the credit card side, you know, the heavy punch, and then just go for the I'm trying to speak here about the matchup, and Adexios is just steamrolling people here.
Well, a doll. Oh my gosh, double it up, double low perfect parry. I mean, this man, Adexios, living it 3 times!
Frankie,
Count
come on,
him
you
in
can do
weak,
it.
3 strikes and you're out. Don't do it a 4th time!
There we go, let's go Frankie, let's make it. Oh, you know what, we take the, you know, one step, we get the perfect parry, next time we get the punish.
We just wanted it for the message, right? We just wanted to say what we did. Oh boy, big damage to the corner. Is he gonna spend the meter? I think he got to at this point. Just do a level 3. Yes, ma'am. Oh man, this might be dead.
I think, yeah, it's gonna be fist to the jaw, and that's gonna do it. 2-0 on the board, and Frankie definitely looking for an answer. I don't know if he's looking at Super Combo Wiki at this moment, looking for some frame data or something to help him, but definitely looking a little bit rough for the Honda player.
Yeah, looking a little white. It's tough, like when you can't really find your opening, when you start to struggle a little bit, it definitely shows in the matchup. You start playing a little bit more timid, and you start to make mistakes like that, a big whiff, and now you're in burnout in the corner. Oh no, this is a terrible spot to be at. Oh, he whipped! It swapped to the wrong side! Got really lucky.
Yeah, it usually don't see people go for a straight enter. People usually jump and intercept the butt slam. But, I mean, Adexios trying to be really aspirational with that crushing heavy. But
yeah, I was just saying, normally they perfect parry.
Yeah, he tried to, but nope. And there's a command grab. Oof.
Ow. Okay, gotta be careful. Luckily, it's not within the range to be able to kill with another command throw, but at the same time, you still gotta be real wary. You go airborne just to stay agile. And this big guy's got moves. Can't get too complacent when you're playing against a Honda, otherwise you're gonna get caught up.
Frankie finally put themselves at least on the round board. Aim around for themselves. Finally, well, oh my gosh, the armor just so hard to deal with sometimes, especially when you have to commit to the headbutt.
Oh no!
And again, right of the armor, just not letting Frankie play the game. Another command grab, and Adexios working on the perfect. One more touch, and indeed, el perfecto en efecto.
Wow, that was a great round, great retaliatory match for Adexios, and now he just needs one more to be able to close it out. He's been using parry and armor so efficiently that he's been catching Frankie every single time. It feels like he has no way to enter in. Every single time gets answered back. Tries to go for a tech throw, but luckily Adexios just out of range. You see right now things slowing down a bit, but it's only going to slow down just for a moment longer because now Adexios back in the driver's seat, even though we're in the neutral, even though he only has a little bit of a life lead.
Nice.
Feels like Frankie's having a tough time. Okay,
there we go.
It's a good start. Let's get it.
This is gonna put Adexios almost on burnout. It's gonna be one more touch to get it there. But yeah, the bar is gonna be almost there. And Honda definitely has the tools to put Adexios on burnout here. This is what Frankie needs and wants. Nice check. I like that. The heavy punch, but oh no, he has level 3. Oh, this is terrible. I think it doesn't kill. It's gonna be one more touch, but even then, the Magic Pixel is gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here.
And look at all that drive rush. Yeah, I was just about to say. Like, that's the heartbreaking thing. He was so close to getting out of that burnout situation, and unfortunately, once he get caught up,
he can go for multi-hits, he has EX headbutt, so it's rough to do in the matchup, but alrighty then. So that's just stuff in the past. So let's see if now LeviHakai can do versus. You were talking about this Elena earlier today.
Yeah, this is what I think like his main is, and he likes to use Sea Viper just to kind of open opponents up once he gets a little bit further into the bracket. So let's see how they do on the winner side of the bracket. EC is still undefeated from our ladder format, so looking to try to keep that undefeated streak going and move on to winners finals, but got his work cut out for him. This is last week's champ, LeviHakai. Oh man, not looking like a champion right there with that DP getting called out. Back to the corner. What's the mix-up? Got called out. Put that throw away, young lad.
Strike throw, it was none of them. It was just an empty hop, and then you get hit, and just barely now is EC the one actually within the throw getting punished. Trying to roll with the fireball, but EC just made a really good job of checking him on there. It's gonna be rough. That's the thing with projectile imbo moves like those, because you have to commit to them, and if people are ready for them, they're gonna bait you every single time you try to use it, so Levi has to be real careful about those.
It's a double-edged sword. I tell people over and over, it's something you really have to be cautious of. Like, sure, you want to commit to it and give yourself an opportunity to play, but you don't want to risk losing the round because of it. But you see right now, EC just playing super solid Street Fighter right now, just not giving his opponent any room to breathe. And with another interaction going his way might be enough. Perfect parry, drops it because he was airborne. Unfortunately, Levi was not ready for the float conversion, and EC saw that situation come from a mile away. I've seen these games before, and I can imagine the Sea Viper might be coming out here. No, the Guile!
The Guile, okay. We're talking about how Guile is also a strong contender for being a counter pick and a problem matchup for Juri, so I like the idea, I like the choice.
Yeah, he was playing it earlier, oddly enough, against another Juri, so let's see if we can find a perfect retaliation here for game number 2.
You know what's coming next? Just crouch down there, and yeah, perfect. Now you're gonna hold it.
Immediately, it literally still said 99 seconds on the clock, and he still threw out a fireball. That is incredible.
I mean, committed to the cause, you know, you're gonna sound it. Also, are these also the McDonald's colors? Because I just realized that this is like McDonald's colors for God.
Ronald McDonald would be proud, but not of that DP attempt. Thought he was going to be a little greedy on the approach. But again, I've been saying it, EC's been playing super solid, not just giving him any opportunity to get in. He's going to reflect really well right there because now, I mean, he's got 3 stacks ready for the feng shui.
Oh, what a catch there. LeviHakai definitely not loving anything of this. This is gonna be level 1 for the kill. I don't think it's gonna scale that well, but yeah, one more pixel is gonna do it. One more shot. Good parry. Just being patient and another one and another one. LeviHakai is telling him, nah, you're gonna have to fight harder than that if you wanna take me out.
No way. He's gonna level up.
Way.
Oh, found the connection. Oh, he's gonna parry through. So look at how much drive rush meter he got back. He almost got 2 full bars off of that. Make it a third. He's able to just jab immediately afterwards. I mean, that was a great, perfect parry attempt off the DI, but I'm surprised he just DI right back because that would've been way easier to close out that round. The scaling is way too hard.
I think the risk reward that Levi was like, okay, if I can get easy on burnout, this level 2 is gonna be real good. But sadly, the distance that Easy ended up after that interaction, it just let him parry all of that and recover all his drive gauge. So yeah, for Levi being forced to approach like that is what Juri just happy to do. Like, the homework is already done for her. She just has to wait for the Guile to get in there.
Yeah, just playing it patiently, living up to the zoner name. You're not careful, this might be Dixie's new character, but again, EC just biding his time. He doesn't mind catching a couple fireballs here and there. He can just parry it off, go into a big combo, level 3 engage. Not gonna kill, but now it's just a 1 poke situation. Can't even take a chip damage here. Ow!
We're seeing so many last percent HP situations in this tournament, and I feel bad for the person having to make the comeback, because I think we have only seen 1 comeback in the whole 2 hours that we have been playing the game.
It's tough. Like there's no like drastic comeback. I mean, beyond critical art, it's just all just based on the user to be able to make that comeback, despite how little your drive rush meter is, despite how the life deficit is. It doesn't matter. It's all up to the player, and that's where I think the skill expression in this game really comes into play.
Yeah, and the closest one we have seen also is Zombie almost making a big comeback, but even then it's just so hard. Like, oh my, what?
Wow!
That didn't break the armor. Okay, Levi with the knowledge and a big punish.
Yeah, Khalil and I were also scratching our heads there. We immediately clipped that one because we gotta go back at the footage and take a look. EC taking full advantage of the situation. Another level 1, put him to the corner. What's the mix-up? Yeah, he baits out the parry, the neutral jump into nothing, immediate throw. Blue means you lose. 1 more round for EC to move on into winners finals.
Close. Levi definitely looking a little bit desperate. Like, that specific situation with parry on the corner is just all conditioning. EC already conditioned Levi to parry that attempt at the heavy kick, so it's just now capitalizing out of that, just making sure to get the punish counter. But okay, we're driving, we're grooving.
I'm genuinely surprised he stood the Guile in this matchup. I guess in his mind, it's just a way better situation than trying to go for either like the Elena or like the Sea Viper. So he's got to play super solid. He's got a very little life lead right now, but again, with how much he's been blocking and parrying, look how much meter he's built up. He's already about to work on another level 3. And there it is, that level 3 I was just talking about is immediately going to get spent. And now EC back in the lead and in the driver's seat of this offense. Back to the corner. What you got to wake up with? The throw. How about another one?
Oh, no.
He's going to catch with a projectile, and there's that second throw. I smelled it coming from a mile away, but instead, the only thing you're going to smell is the 3.
So, with the mic. True, I forgot. I mean, of course, Liquid's gonna have a mic because he plays just whatever. Like you said, Mokujin of all the roster. So, of course, he's gonna have a mic.
Of course, right? I mean, it's so easy. You could play Mai with one hand.
That is true. Diaphone already showed us that he can, so it's doable.
Alright. Coming at you, the other side of winter semifinals. Both of these players have been doing phenomenal. We saw Rosek a little bit earlier, but this is the first time we're going to be seeing Liquid tonight, so hopefully gonna get the win on their first time up. Psycho Crusher incoming, yeah, with the minefields too. Wow, legalized nuclear bombs.
There we go. Yeah, just blasting Liquid's attempts to fight back, but the thing is, I can understand the idea of playing Mai and all that, but funny enough, Bison also doesn't have that much of a bad time versus Mai because he can he's really good at baiting the reversals. He's really good at going to the fireball, so the fans are not that much of a problem for him. So maybe that's the thing. Like, who do you pick here if you're Liquid?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I was saying I'm skeptical about the mirror match, but I mean, hey, sometimes you know, to deal with the devil, you must become one yourself. So maybe see a Bison swap. Maybe he just sticks it out. Oh no, it's the
There we go. There's a Dhalsim.
Just pull it out. Okay. That's not a bad option. I think he has the tools that can do it. Very slippery character, and as well as things, maybe they played against each other a few times, but still, you always gotta wonder like, how well is their doll knowledge?
I'm just wondering because how trained or how ready is the Dhalsim for Bison? It's just, I mean, I know the Dhalsim is the main character for Liquid, but we're gonna have to see how it goes. He's gonna have to show us. So for now, just making a really good job of checking Rasek's approach, just not letting him feel comfortable, making sure to just, you know, vary your offense if you're gonna go for the punch or the fireball. So Rasek is not gonna be happy or just comfortable throwing the Psycho Crusher from the get-go.
I mean, I mean, yeah, right from the get-go, but just give him maybe a couple punches, and then you can go start going for the mix.
That's a curse. That's on me. Oh no, that Psycho Crusher was all Rasek needed. After that, it's just been hell for Liquid. Oh my gosh.
You know, Vixie, you may have just put the curse on it. I mean, mines are one thing, but the curse is something you can't get rid of.
That's the power of going to the mic. You know, you just sometimes curse it, sometimes you bless it, but more often than not, you curse it. So, yeah, I mean, that's on me. Might be.
Technically, it's always a blessing, depending on which perspective you're at.
That is true. That is very true.
Oh, such a good call! Yeah, you gotta be careful when you want to try to approach on the doll landing, because they can kind of delay their landing just a bit. Wow, long range punish, hard knockdown, so he's able to kind of get that, close that gap, but Liquid is just right back to offense. Not gonna slow down in the slightest, and with the addition of a level 1, should be enough to kill him. Burn it down! Tied up here, one round apiece here in this second game.
Yeah, I like this approach from Liquid. He has sometimes where he goes a little bit faster on the offense, and I really like when he starts trying to mix up a little bit his approaches and, you know, just pressing the buttons, just making sure to bait. And not gonna lie, I thought that Psycho Rushers the last round was gonna hit Liquid, but he knows the timing better than I do. He knows how to pilot Dhalsim in a spectacular way, so it's just about the patience. It's just about knowing which fireball to use and just wait for Rasek to overextend, which is, you know, the classic Soner play. Oh my gosh, no way. No way! Double no way! I don't know what I can believe. The bomb on the block string or missing the punish.
Oh man, you better be careful, Rasek. You're about to start getting Vixie against you. And that's not where you want to be. Back to the corner. Another situation where it's benefiting Rasek, but just when I say that, teleports out, finds his way out, and just another throw, tosses his ass in the corner, and just dive kick to be able to close out the round, close out the game. Ties it up. One apiece.
You know, I never thought of Dhalsim having an instant overhead like that.
You don't expect it. And until you come across like these specialist characters, you just don't really see some of these unique approaches and unique moves that they could just throw out that are orthodox.
Definitely, yeah, like I said, it takes a master to show you all the tools, and definitely Liquid pulling all the tricks, pulling all the tools because he needs them versus Rasek. For now, he's just back to second.
Who did I call a mortar before? I was calling Guile a mortar. Doll is an actual mortar. It actually is sending off the fireball from the bow. Oh, but he's ready! Rasek still alive.
Oh, in that desperation.
Wow!
He's getting impatient. He wants to get out of the pressure, but oh my gosh, when the dictator says it's his turn, you're gonna be forced to hold that.
Okay, still in a winnable position. This is not over yet, so can't count Liquid out. Oh, see, look at that. He has the counter hit options. He went for the parries just in case if he tries to dash in. But back to the pressure. One pixel, trying to get him with the cross up, and he tried to go for a throw, but back to the air we go again. Rasek doubling it up. Airborne. He got 2 wings, 2 chances. Let's close out this third game.
Oh, and beautiful play there. I know Liquid tries to go for drive reversals, but I was surprised that we haven't seen that often or that much represented in the last game or this one. And Rasek just being so aware of Liquid's habits. He hadn't shown it at all in the last 2 games, and he was ready for it.
Wah! Yeah, good call out from Liquid. Able to take the lead back in his favor, not by much, only by like a percentage or 2. Try to go for an anti-air, but unfortunately getting crossed up, drops the combo. Carries, just trying to survive the onslaught. You see again the delayed landing, just smacking him silly. Again, just in case you missed it, we'll give you a replay. 3 times, not gonna happen quite yet. He tried it, but luckily Rasek jumping out of harm's way.
Oh, nice.
Gross.
That's just, it's so weird because you think Dhalsim doesn't do the kind of pressure like that, but the way he can just mix you up like that if you commit to a button or to a throw up close with a heavy kick is just really good, and Liquid definitely taking advantage of that. But also beautiful call from Rasek, and it's just back and forth now, both of them fighting for control.
Oh, that's such a heartbreaking drop from Liquid right there. He was looking to kind of catapult himself further and further in the lead. All of a sudden now he's in a really bad spot. Only 1 bar meter to his name. He's got to try to make it out of this corner. Patience. He's trying to wait it out. He wants to go for a Psycho Crusher. He's just waiting for an opportunity. Go ahead and throw that fireball. I have the light lead. I don't need to make the approach. And you see it go out, but Mortar just in time to block. Oh boy.
Here we go.
The doll special. Here we go. 1 opportunity, 1 hit confirmed until level 3 is all he needs.
Yeah, he does. Oh no, Rasek tried to go for the parry, but not gonna work. A beautiful anti-air into the level. That building up for the level 3, that's insane. He was so ready for it. Liquid taking game number 3. 2-1 on the board, bringing it back.
Unbelievable. The nerves of steel. I mean, the fact that Rasek actually had such a big life lead and slowed it the game down so much to the point where they're both just staring at each other. And Liquid, you know, he forced his hand. I mean, sure, they had plenty of time on the clock, but at the same time, you still got to close that distance at some point in time. You can't stay in there forever. So good call for Liquid being the initiator right there and being able to block that slide attempt. Liquid, 1 more game to be able to move on into that into that winner's finals.
You know the Bison is desperate when they show the slide. Either they're overconfident in their offense or they're looking for something. Like, nothing worked in the last round and now they're throwing that. Rasek definitely showing a little bit.
Yeah, definitely some hints of desperation, right? They're just trying to find anything to make it work. Trying to find anything to open up this doll. But you said it himself, he's a master. And you're watching a master at work. 1 more game, 1 more round. Set point for Liquid.
So for being named Liquid, he's looking quite solid in this gameplay, so... He just take it slow. Rasek definitely struggling, just opening, like beautiful text also. He knows when he's looking for those throws.
He's going to airborne a lot. So one thing is he's still willing to commit the Psycho Crusher every single time he throws out those fireballs, but at some point in time you're gonna run out of meter, and now he's in a really bad spot. Just again, airborne mix. He's gotta try to fight his way out! Try to go for another throw. Is he gonna use a level 3? No, he's gonna save it. Just set up the minefield. See Liquid just having a whole black right there.
Oh wow.
Great call out. Now he gets to save up his meter for the next game. Still set point for Liquid, but now look at the meter. A lot more doable here when they both have equal resources.
Do you think there was some playing reactions, like Rasek knowing that he was looking for the crusher and to go for the impact and then changing it up?
Yeah, 100%. These guys are definitely. This is like the layer 2 style where they're just standing there blocking. That tells me that they know what the opponent wants to try to do. But this time, you see Rasek just still mixing up, still willing to go for the lows. The overhead also finding its mark. The mines going off wall and throw, extra damage. Now the level 3 could be the deciding factor for either of these players. They're both dangerously close to burnout.
There we go. I mean, it's not the end of the world considering how much HP Rasek has. I mean, yeah, he has big damage, but as long as he stays away, he can.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Okay. Yep. Nope. Nope. Not anymore. Liquido just said like, no, I'm gonna pull up. I'm not gonna zone you. I'm gonna pull up. You want me to zone? No, no, no. I'm not gonna even let you consider that. I'm gonna pull up and take that game. Please and thank you. See you on the loser side.
Yes, sir. Good stuff to Liquid. Moving on into winners.
Like sometimes I use and do it for the entertainment value, but speaking of entertainment, yeah, W420 versus LeviHakai. I love that. That's one of the best additions. Like I'm surprised it took so long to bring it back from Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, it's mostly I never really notice it until like I'm watching the tournament and watching them load in. And they start throwing in some face. I'm like, what? Like the doll sticking like the blow up face. I always thought it was the funniest thing. When I saw that first time playing against somebody with that, I was just cracking up. And then I lost the set.
Hey, that's the first man game, you know.
The first 50-50. Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of 50-50s, this is the. I mean, Dummy. Wait, we saw LeviHakai versus Dummy specifically also in this matchup on the ladder section, and LeviHakai definitely made amazing work of this Juri. So maybe we have a repeat of that, or Dummy hopefully did his homework, took some notes from Easy. Oh my gosh, going for the air throw, backbreaker.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, I was like, I hope he watched that winners semifinals match because I feel like Levi was really struggling against that matchup against EC. But he needs to try to channel his inner EC right now and be able to try to close that distance because otherwise Levi just willing to sit back and just spam the perfects all day long. It's a good start.
Yeah. Hey, Ine! like, I always forget about the Japanese stuff because I'm so used to listening to it in English, but usually it's the Kami players and Juri players that put it in Japanese. I have to hear Spider Lotto.
Yeah, you gotta have the traditional voice actors, man. They're too good.
Speaking of being too good, Dummy bringing it back. Alright, I see you. I like the adaptation, I like the notes, I like how he's approaching now the matchup. Going full on into the rushdown, just making sure that Levi doesn't feel comfortable making space, but when you're in the corner, the Guile is the one dictating the pace 100%.
And that's what you need to do. You either need to play it patient, let the Guile player kind of hang themselves in certain situations, or you need to be rushed down in their face, balls to the walls offense. And right now is no hesitation in sight. Just constant pressure, trying to keep him in that loop. And you can see right there, nice punish counter coming out from Dummy. To the corner we go. And now he's just going to hit him with the throw loop. Yes, we are. One more time for the people that missed it. Overhead going to get blocked.
Wow.
Oh, no.
They were trying to get too cheeky with it. They tried to get too cheeky with the overhead, but I get it, but that's just half HP gone.
Thought another throw was gonna come out. EX, he has to parry it, and he blocks the somersault. Great defense from Dummy. And despite how the first time they played, it was definitely in favor of LeviHakai. He won that set 3-0 in that ladder format, and all of a sudden, Dummy shifting the tides in his favor, taking the first game. This is a great start. Let's go.
Okay. Levi taking more of an proactive approach. You know, I can throw my Sonic Bones, but you know what? I'm gonna have to go in there and use my guns specifically to get with this.
Well, Legendary, this is ran every single week. We're on week number 10, so you've at least missed 10 weeks of it. So at least we'll see you next week. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Same start time as usual.
Hey, never too late to join. You're welcome to the party every time, every Saturday, like Khalil said.
Right, and again, not trying to hang themselves too much, but just when I say that, just barely whipped out of range. And Levi, similar start to that first game, but again, Dummy is not living up to his name in the slightest. Knows how to really piece together a game plan.
I like that. Just throwing some projectiles and maybe then going in with the drive rush to check the opponent. Maybe they're trying to go for their own drive rush, but you know, I like how Levi is trying to be more proactive here. It's just not sitting back and throwing the Sonic Bones.
Well, just when you say that, just to slow things down a bit, trying to bait out a DP attempt. And again, Dummy hasn't been one of those players that likes to spam it out a whole lot. Level 2 engaged, so he wants to apply the pressure. Right back at you! They're gonna duke it out. Who has the better buffs, me or you? But you're in the corner. I'm gonna suplex you.
Oh,
there it is. Chip damage. Yeah. Yeah, not much you can do there.
That was very rough. And to be honest, I don't blame Dummy for not going for the parry there because it's risky. It was just too close because if you hold the parry to try to call out the baby booms, you're gonna get counter punished with a big throw, so he had to decide that.
That's where Levi wants to play. That's his comfort zone right now with the Guile, and why he's been finding so much success with the Juri. Obviously found the win earlier in the ladder match against Dummy, so this is the run back. But Dummy already doing a lot better in terms of scoreline.
And just controlling the match better. I like that. We saw that a lot of that dive kick being blocked in the ladder match, but now just making sure to use it to bait the reaction on the anti-air. And look at that, beautiful punish. Can we extend it? No, we're gonna go for something simple and clean, but maybe you needed to get a little bit dirty with it.
Interesting. I'm surprised Levi didn't just do a simple level 1. He actually used a level 2 there, so spent all of his resources to close out that round. Granted, he takes the round, so he has time to build up another set of 3 before the final round. But I definitely would have rather saved it for this round here. Level 1, maybe what you need to be able to close out the round. DP somersault, still willing to throw it out, but again, the parries only work for so long until a throw hits you. Looking for a burnout.
I like that. You know what, the burnout is nice, but you threw the Juri away, so now the install meter is just wasting away. And now they have to make all the work to get back in if they want to go for the custom block string or even the custom combo if they get a confirm. And look at this, this is looking all Levi at this moment. Just one more hit. And look at that, just knock him on the shoulder like, good try, buddy.
That was incredible. I mean, the fact that that was so smart. You know, I'm going to be the one that puts myself in burnout. I'm not going to let you do that. And then all of a sudden, I mean, despite Levi being in burnout and Dummy having access to the buff in the level 2, still, we're just having to hold back in the situation. Great. Just great neutral right there coming from Levi. I'm going to glaze him up a little bit. But now, puts himself onto a potential final game here. Just needs one more to move on into our loser side of the bracket. Loser, unfortunately, eliminated from the event.
It's sad to see one of these go, but that's the way it goes. We already went to the ladder side, and now we're in the double elimination. One more touch, we'll do it. You need, yes. And there we go. Yes, we find what we look for. We find gold in that bait. That's gonna do it.
Oh man, Vixie, she really liked that, so you want to keep that going, Dummy. You'll make her real proud. That's a pocket Juri player you're talking about.
You know, maybe frustrated, you know, I never made it 100%, but I do enjoy my Juri gameplay.
Just be honest, you just like looking at it.
That is true. Wait, no, every Juri player that denies that is just lying to you.
Yeah, you gotta just call it as you see it. A spade is a spade, and a level 3 might be a win. Is it gonna be enough? Not quite. One more interaction. Trying to do another EX somersault, but punish counter coming out from Dummy, and showing why you don't count me out yet. Final game situation between these two. Levi swapping over to the Elena. And again, Levi is last week's champion. He won winning with the Elena and the Sea Viper. We've been seeing a lot more Guile coming out from him tonight, but now he puts it all on the main, the true character. Can he find the win here, or is Dummy gonna upset the back-to-back victories for him? Let's find out.
And yeah, I like the yell for Elena. Sadly, it didn't work versus Easy. Easy just kind of steamrolled her, so we didn't see too much chance to see Elena play. But now the thing is, can Dummy deal with the Elena? Because something that is really good with is this specifically. The way she can just jump into the active range of those kicks is so good that just walk back and just very outside of the whiff range, and now being able to punish with advancing moves. Look at that, it was just such a clean round.
And there it is, set point again for LeviHakai. Dummy needs to dig deep here, and again, they gotta shift up your game plan, a complete 180. This is no longer a, like, let me sit back and wait for an opportunity. This is a, I need to stay in control of the offense, because otherwise you're gonna get put into some grass. Look at the offense, look at Levi! What an anti-air! Like the very last frame. Level 2, I think, yeah, he's just going to use this here just to kind of give himself a moment of respite, give himself some time to get out of his burnout. Oh, no. Not enough to kill! Oh, and the DI is going to do it. Great call from LeviHakai. Just knew he wasn't quite there yet to get out of the burnout situation. Great filling out physical notes so they can actually game plan what the matchup is and stuff like that. I wonder if some of these guys need to apply that because there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of matchups that they're maybe not too keen or comfortable on. But either way, these guys are still in the winners finals for a reason. Liquid O coming out to start with the Luke. Easy on the tried and true Juri. Winners finals, let's get it.
I was surprised that they didn't see the loser fact. It seems like Adexios had to take a DQ, so sad to see him at all, but it'd be like that sometimes. It's gonna give the pass to Rasek. But for now, yeah, we're gonna have the look from Liquid, and yeah, this is another thing about Liquid. He also has a look, I forgot about that. And he's just like a chameleon. He is constantly changing characters, learning something else just to get better at it. And look at this, looking perfect. Not yet, just one more touch, can do it. The corner is your friend. Not a big punish, but still taking your turn back.
Yeah, just gotta try to find an option. Did he catch her? The trade! Yeah, there's no invulnerability frames, but luckily the DP! Oh my gosh, a buzzer beater situation right there. That was really dangerous from Liquid, but able to secure that round. Not safely, but I mean, hey, secured nonetheless.
And this is a habit that we have seen from Liquid, just going for those instant throws and the moment someone finishes a block string. And sometimes it works, but I see it backfire more often than not. So I'm worried versus Easy, who is a player that likes to backdash a lot on offense. Might not be that efficient, but let's see.
Easy trying to stay undefeated in this tournament so far. Has not lost a set. All the way from ladder, all the way up until now. Right now, he's looking to try to keep that streak going. The Liquid got his work cut out for him. Just trying to make things work with the Luke. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Like that, just approaching from the little toes, tippy tops.
We get a peek at them toes there, Juri.
I mean, she's the one with no foot, so you get stabbed and you get a step on. It's gonna hurt a lot. Then also, it's gonna hurt a lot. This level 3 and shadows. So unfortunate. For that donation to the match arena, $12.50 for the 25 bucks.
I saw that, unfortunately. I appreciate you. You saw that. Is that what you need? You just need Luke to get on screen and you just drop $12 into there. Don't tell Liquid that. He's going to play Luke only the rest of the tournament. Okay. And level 3 coming at you.
He's not telling us to Memphis. He's just telling us, stay down already. Not even the train everywhere. Gonna be the great equalizer. Same situation, it's just one more touch. Oh, one confirmed from so far away.
Oh, the whip. Oh no, the low wasn't enough. Yeah, that's so heartbreaking. He found the confirm, just didn't believe. Was a little scared of the retaliation, and on top of that, the range wasn't really there. So sometimes those range, you try to go for a button and sometimes it just drops. One of them getting tossed around, but hey, you know what? He trusts the Luke, and now he's got the inspiration thanks to Unfortunate. I think he's gonna stick it out with Luke potentially at least one more game.
You know, you see a fan sometimes in the chat and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do it for them.
I've definitely done that before. I was like, I don't want to play a character, and I hear one person in the crowd go Paul! And I'm like, alright, fine. You convinced me.
And you hit 3 demo months in a row, you're like, hell yeah.
It doesn't take much, but I'll do it for the fans. Nice throw attack. Oh, shoot. What a punish counter right there from DC. Again, super locked in, just looking super solid. Doesn't do anything super fancy, but just finding a way to make it work every single time.
Oh, and there we go. The overhead, drive rush overhead allows you to continue to the combo. They're gonna spend all the drive meter into finishing touch. Yes, level 1. Seal the deal, take the round. Must look quite fancy with this. I mean, Easy really wants to go undefeated in this bracket.
I mean, in all honesty, he could really do it. EC is just one more round. It just gets him closer and closer to an undefeated tournament run. Oh, the DP just to kind of correct himself. DI attempt not going to find its mark, but EC or Liquid still in burnout, so got to deal with it and just got to hopefully find their way back into this match.
I appreciate Liquid also going on the offense with the burnout. Oh, okay. Yeah, sadly that's gonna be also a risk. And yeah, at least he's gonna build enough for the level 3, so that's gonna be, yeah, just the cherry on top after all that combo. I was gonna say, you know, I really find it interesting how Lux feels so confident going into burnout. Maybe they took their notes from Noah, and you know, that actually allows them to play better in that regard, like how to handle burnout better. But you know, there's also the risk part, and yeah, we're back to the Dhalsim. Makes sense.
All right, Dhalsim it is. Obviously, maybe lost count. Get back in here, Brody. Where you going? Don't celebrate too soon.
Haven't heard the bell yet. Come on.
I hear no bell. What are you, scared? There you go. They're back.
There.
Yeah, let's see your Spanish, Khalil. Tell them to get back in there in Spanish.
Denle.
Dale.
Like people, you have dale.
I already sounds like he did some pitbull on him. Yeah, we are gonna see a little pitbull action with the bald head right here.
Dhalsim with the sunglasses, just Mr. Worldwide.
Oh my gosh, make that a custom. I will go Dolly.
Dhalsim instead of Dhalsim, you know. I see the vision.
Make it happen, Mr. International. Spit fire.
You know, or he can be like Salvador Dali. So you just remove the S.
Mr. Worldwide coming at him with the fire.
I mean, he's a street fighter, so he's a world warrior. It can work. I mean, what are you saying? There's a vision.
You better trademark.
But look at this. Yeah, just get out of me. You're enjoying yourself too much for the zoner. You know, you're going too crazy on the offense. Easy's telling him, but you know, Liquid is in charge of this.
He's like, aren't you supposed to be a zoner? Why are you in my face? Oh, the parry attempt, but luckily easy. Knows when to pull the buttons. And again, while Liquid was using a lot of the airborne moves against Rasek earlier, it was not necessarily working yet for Easy. But again, it's really early in the match. It was the first game we're seeing with the Dolly.
Going in there. Yeah, oh, trying to break the fireball, but not gonna be enough. Just a little bit too late there. Oh, fine. That was a hit? Excuse me?
Yeah, I was getting surprised too. He almost got the full confirm too off the combo.
She's kicking the air.
Fire. She's kicking something.
There we go. Oh wow, what a confirm. Just hit the light immediately into level 3. I like that. Just gonna take the damage to the tri-meter too. And you know, this is the best position you can be in. Just put him on burnout or one more hit and that's it.
I swear that should have whipped. It looked like EC was on the ground, but just barely caught the pixel of her ponytail. Was able to get the win with the fists to the sky.
Look, if EC can hit the air and almost confirm into Liquid, I guess Liquid also gets a treat like that, you know?
No. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Oh! Okay. See? Oh man, there it is again. Oh my gosh, double neutral jump. I can float, you can float too. Not ready for the DI. Level 1 expenditure. Not gonna kill, but this is just a one-hit situation for EC.
Yeah. Just Liquid cannot afford any single mistake anymore. Shaking on the drive rush, going in, going out. Oh, what a hit. I mean, that just was, you know, whatever happens. Throw the hit out, and if it works, I mean, I guess I get a whiff punish, but if it works, I take the round. I mean, to be honest, it's not that bad. Easy with advantage is 2-1, so yeah, if you win, you win. If you lose, you take another round, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's a very low-risk situation. I mean, sure, it's risky in that situation, but you got rounds to play with. Easy, now on set point. He wants to move on to grand finals, stay undefeated, can do it. But Liquid trying to make it real difficult right now. Got a slight light lead, but that's going to quickly dwindle away, especially when you're back to the corner, you try to go for a throw. How about another jump? Another situation, what you're going to do in the wake up, going with the overhead, but thankfully, Liquid's going to press buttons to get it out of the harm's way. Oh no!
Yeah, this is just the last chance for Liquid. Sound alarm, burnout on Easy's side. Oh, the mix-up works! Yes, invested meter? One more shot, yeah.
The chill.
It was just the right on the wall there.
Yeah, good call right there. burnout situation. You can't block everything. You have to try to dodge, duck, and get out of harm's way. But when you're in a corner, it makes it really difficult to kind of try to move around.
Just catch there in the side switch. Just easy try to get a little bit sneaky or tricky with those jumps. But look at that, Liquid ain't taking none of that.
Level 1,
no, that
chip damage. He's just gonna do 3 level 1s in a row. Oh man, I'm surprised he didn't try to go for it again. Oh no! Critical art incoming. Is Isi gonna make this comeback? This is gonna help out with the burnout a little bit. What's the approach here though?
Bam. Oh, the burn. Yeah, out of the burn. And now he's safe. Liquid has to find one hit, one grab or whatever. Oh, Isi knows! Beautiful stuff. Okay. Are you a closer or a choker? That's the question.
Not willing to risk anything. Doesn't want to get caught by a dangerous double hand.
Oh my
with a
gosh!
teleport. What a comeback from Liquid. Oh, staying alive in the set. You guys jumped in just in the nick of time because we're in winner's final situation. Final game between these two.
Hey, shouts to Chicote for the raid. Appreciate that.
Chakotay, don't worry, I'm a casual too. I join these tournaments every opportunity I get. Here we go, final game between these two. Liquid brought it all the way back after an 0-2 deficit, trying to complete the reverse sweep with the Dhalsim, and can do it. But EC not trying to keep it simple, trying to make things a little bit tougher.
Good attempt of a throw, but EC just way too aware of those throws. He knows that Liquid wants to go for those, but not gonna work.
Get off me. Unhand me, woman. I'm one with nature. The beast. Oh yeah!
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, Liquid's also very good at knowing when to go for the drive reversals. We saw that with the Sagat, there was a little bit of a misfire, but versus EC, he knows very well where he wants them.
Very disciplined with his trigger when he wants to pull it. Back to the zoning, and he teleports in, and then teleports back out. Found the counter hit, but didn't confirm anything. Simple throw, smack her silly. This chicken is cold.
Let me show you how to turn up the hit. Power of yoga is all you need. Big fire bread, that's gonna do it. One more touch for Liquid, same situation. Maybe a comeback, but now we confirm those. Light, into more lights. Close the round. Can we close the match? Can we close the set? 3-2 maybe for Liquid?
Trying to hit the reverse sweep and make it happen. One more round. Again, just catching him every single time with these light tick throws. Just been finding time, so much success off of it.
Forcing get knocked down. I like that. Just forcing the tech there in the air, not letting them land for the back roll. And look at that again. One more touch. Spend that meter. Cash out the damage. Burnout. And this is looking wonderful for Liquid. Just one more touch. Either confirm or ship, and that's it. Close it off with the perfect reverse sweep accomplished. Mission complete. The way Liquid was controlling the pace was just perfect. But now we already sang all the flowers. We already gave the flowers to Liquid, but it's time to see if Levi can make it with the Elena versus Rasek.
Alright, losers semifinals. Again, first to 3 for the whole tournament, including the ladder format. So these guys are going to have to duke it out just like how they did in that winners finals. We're going to see who's going to face EC in that losers finals. Rasek's been on a tear, but again, LeviHakai, last week's winner, trying to make it a repeat offender. But he's got to do it with the Elena, I think. I think he's going to stick with his mains the rest of the night.
I do agree. When you are at this point in the bracket, you kind of... There's like, this is the part when you stop experimenting with the secondaries. And you're like, okay, time to play. I mean, there's 25 bucks in the line too, so, you know, those 25 coming good for the dinner on a Sunday.
Yeah, I don't say translate that from Mexican dollar peso losing. That's probably like 40. I don't know the conversion rates. That was probably really bad. I'm sorry.
Like around 500 pesos, so it's real good, I gotta say.
Oh heck yeah! That's like 100 honey buns. Let's get it.
You can get plenty plenty bucks with that. I gotta say, I can confirm that. But so far, Levi looking really good so far. Look at this. Controlling the dictator here in the corner, not letting him play the game. In a moment, you have to stop. You have to stop me from making like pointing things out, because the moment I say something, it just the opposite happens.
You know, like I said, that's how I can tell you've been a great commentator tonight. You just every single time you say something, the opposite happens.
Gosh, we do it like that. And look at this, Levi in control all this match, all this round, not letting the sec play the game he wants, patient on defense, finding the little opening, big cash out in the end.
Yeah, if somebody told me to go touch grass, I just immediately swapped to Elena.
She's got plenty to share with, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's such a weird mechanic too. When I actually do see it put into actual, effect, I'm just like, wow, this is pretty cool. It's like Timu or Tenno, whatever that character's called in 2XKO.
Temu? But yeah.
Temu? I don't know, man. I keep calling him Timu for whatever reason. Feel like a billionaire.
I mean, you feel like $1 million when you are stunning people with the mushrooms, I gotta say.
Oh my goodness, I can tell Levi feels like a millionaire right now, because every single hit feels like it does 1,000,000 damage!
And he's just one more touch away for closing it. Yeah, look at that threat pick, so clean! Just Rasek doesn't have a moment to play the game. He's getting called out constantly on defense, not finding a really appropriate place, and with Bison, yeah, you feel wonderful when you're on the offense, but the moment you have to defend, that becomes a little bit rough.
I mean, hey, that's the main thing. How do you get into that offense mode? When is it your turn? Levi just been doing such a good job of just playing the defense and just forcing him just to hold back in these situations on the approach. The capoeira, way too strong.
I think Guile doesn't know about the moves. What's he gonna be doing dancing, Where has he ever danced in his life? Just the hit, yeah. Onto the camera, onto the corner. You are trapped again. You know what happened last round. This is gonna be like a repeat of that. Keep the pressure up. Don't let them play the game. Ooh, what a touch. But even then, yeah. I don't know. I was gonna say, I think it's a little bit too late, and Rasek has to be looking forward to the next match.
Yeah, double trade in that situation. Not gonna fear at all, because guess what? As long as I trade and I have such a big life lead, it doesn't mean nothing to me. Levi, 2-0 lead right now. Once again, just trying to find another repeat performance. He won last week, trying to win again. He's one step closer to finding another championship, another title under his belt.
Oh, look at this. Whole another world of difference in this game number 3. Rasek being able to play the game. And now is Levi the one having one terrible time in the corner. Big stomp, keep it safe for the deep out. Yeah, now you're in the corner. See how it feels.
Oh, he parries it! Oh, not the second time though. Yeah. He's got to parry everything from here on out. Chip damage becoming a factor. Levi needs to play perfect. He's trying to bait out the Psycho Crusher again. If he can bait it out, it might be something big. Oh, he baits it out! I don't know if level 2 is going to be enough to kill here. No, he's not going to even spend it because he knew. But the throw gets him! What a comeback from LeviHakai. Survives the onslaught at 1 HP. And I tell you, she's a shifty character. You give her a little bit of music, and she can make and bust a move.
Oh, and moves are showing, definitely. Rasek cannot keep up the pace. Now already with the level 3, yes, it's gonna be a big overhead with the drive rush. May confirm. I was gonna say, maybe we're gonna save that level 3 for the confirm, but now at this point, it's just one more combo. Drive impact, put the cherry on the top, insult to injury, and the level 3 to finish things off with a perfect like that.
Perfecto. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it in Spanish too. Perfect.
I just said it perfectly.
And I'm telling you, LeviHakai playing.
Maybe too much, but you know what? We take this, right?
Yeah, we take the small W's, but there's no small W here with this matchup. This is going to be a tough one either which way. Both these players really hungry for the win. And again, this is going to be a run back from the winners semifinals. LeviHakai lost in a 3-0 matchup, but then again, he was experimenting with that Guile, so this time, no holding back. All Elena, all day long. Losers, finals, coming at you.
I mean, we did see the Elena in game number 1, right? Because Levi was forced to change into the Guile in game number 2. So, but sadly, it wasn't that 100% the right choice, I think. At least Levi feels like that way, but look at this. After going versus Dummy, I think he feels really warmed up on the matchup. So he's cooking now. Look at this, the fire is up.
Yeah, this is not good. If you're a EC fan right now, you better start poisoning the brass a little bit. stop Levi from kind of getting that dance going, because he is looking real solid. And you see right there, not even willing to throw out a DI, just catching with the raw parry. Still feeling like, even though he's at the life deficit, feels like he's in control.
Maybe a little one with a reverse roll, just making sure for Levi that doesn't feel comfortable going in with the driver Shinoki. But now the side switch.
Oh, perfect parry!
Beautiful! Beautiful!
Two! Yeah, good call. I think he spent it here, because now you put him in a burnout situation. Now you feel like maybe a wake-up DP, maybe a wake-up level 1, potentially. Just how about a wake-up jump? Snatched him out of the air, and game number 1 going to the way of LeviHakai, already finishing better than that winner's semifinals performance.
And you know what? When you say that it's perfect, they're going for level 3, yes, that put Easy in a desperate spot, and really very aware of Easy's habit of jumping out of the corner for the most part. He was in the perfect position to intercept him with the DP, so beautiful stuff there from Lev in game number 1.
He's trying to repeat the performance. He's already started off well, about 50% likely right now. But Easy slowly dwindling it down. Already got up to 2 stacks here, make it 3rd. But is he gonna have an opportunity to use it? Beautiful punish counter. LeviHakai, I told you, he knows how to dance. He's real fluid with her. Now baits it out. Great call.
Easy, what are you trying to grab? You're just catching the breeze. You're gonna get a call with those throws.
Still going for it though. I like that. He's still not, relinquishing that opportunity every time. That works. Oh my God! Does that work? It does. What the hell?
I was surprised for the parry. I was like, oh, there's a gap to go for a perfect parry there. Okay, I see you.
Oh my gosh! Just in case you missed it, how about another one? DJ Khaled out here. Bring me the ocean. Asparagus. Oh! I start tech. Sorry, I gotta channel my inner DJ Khaled.
It's all good, but I don't think Easy's channeling his 100% here. He's not that happy with that level 3 in the face. He's gonna throw it like a football. Almost a goal, but not gonna score the round. So you're gonna have to hold this one, and there we go. A little bit of a remate, you have to go for the corners after that, but in the end, managed to get the 2-0 on the board. Levi looking with new life here on the loser side.
Yeah, her jumping heavy kicks are really, really strong. Wow, you had that parry, held that parry the entire time, gave Levi plenty of time to dash in and throw. But again, just like Chun-Li, her jumping heavy kicks are just really, really strong. Always got to be something you got to be aware of. And this is
wow,
no different.
What a catch!
Look at that. Oh, caught him pressing something. This is a start. Every comeback begins with a single step, a single round. Okay, it's not gonna be now though.
It could have been, It was a story in the making, but Levi definitely cut it short. But let's see, this is match point for Levi. Can Easy find an answer? He's just been countered at every attempt, not jumpings, not DPs. I mean, some level 1s, but even then, look at this, another super level 2 this time to cash out all the damage, put Easy in a terrible situation. What is it, last 20%? One smack to the face with that kick, but even then, I don't know, the picture is looking very grim here.
Okay, looking very gray. Yeah, and it's gonna slowly fade to black as LeviHakai completely 180s the match. We were talking stronger in certain matchups, and yeah, speaking of which, Liquid is on the winner's side of Grand Finals, so he does have time to play with the matchup, but Levi recognizes, you know what, there's no time for games, no silly business, all action, all business from here on out. Grand Finals coming at you. Levi wants to make it a repeat victory. Can he make it happen? He needs to reset the bracket first, though. Liquid trying to stop it from happening.
And I see Levi taking the careful approach, he hasn't played versus Liquid, so they're definitely being careful, trying to test the water, checking the buttons, see what works, because Liquid definitely a different person when he plays the Luke.
Yeah, this eerily reminds me of like the Mena RD situation. Like he has a really solid main character, but when he pulls out the Luke, it's like a whole nother player. And right now you can see exactly why. Not slowing down, back to the corner, drops it just a little bit, but no big deal because he could just throw him. And now one more interaction, and that first round will be his. Oh,
what a hit!
I told you, jumping heavy kick! Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill? Not quite.
It's definitely looking like a miracle button. But you need one more touch? Maybe a throw? No, Liquid chicken there, and look at that from the lights, but one more chance! Oh, what a trade!
Dude, Levi, I don't know how. He's been getting trades all night. Like, when he was playing against that Rostek match, he had like 3 trades in a row, but it went off in his favor. And tonight, this match is no different.
I mean, he's a gambling man, and every single time he's winning, I guess that the city's hot, you gotta keep rolling.
Let's go gambling! I can't stop winning!
Definitely that's Levi in every trade. Hey, he has been winning non-stop, and look at this. Recibe el perro Bermudez. He got the shot, takes it to the corner, but definitely not a goal yet.
Okay, nice, level 1. Kind of relieve the pressure a bit. Has the invulnerability frame, so definitely want to take that while you can. Ooh, bro, get your ass back in that corner.
Stop spinning around and fight me. Do you think Luke is the kind of guy to say like, oh, that's some fancy moves, and he doesn't know what capoeira is? He just like, oh, interesting.
100%. He just thinks he's dancing. Ow, with the throw! It whiffed! If he just did a regular punish, it would have been enough, but it's okay. Liquid survives the onslaught. Unfortunately, Levi used up all of his resources there. Level 3, no success on that round. Final round situation between these two, but I don't know, it's anybody's game. They're both really close in terms of resources.
I like those pucks from Liquid. It's a similar approach that Levi is doing, but Liquid is just making sure that every light is touching perfectly, just making sure to get a block screen going on.
Nice.
I really like his game plan.
Here we go, back to the corner. How are you gonna fight your way out? This is the way you do it. You start dancing on it. Start emoting. Fortnite emote on it.
You get hit with a level 3 instead of going the full animation, you're just getting damage as the other person just dancing on you.
Oh, the overhead finds a connection, and he just had enough time to build up the level 3. And that's what I'm talking about. Resource management is just as important as your positioning, your optimization of the neutral, and Liquid. Wow, taking that first game. It was looking a little dicey at the start. Levi was looking like he was about to take it, you know, lights out performance, but Liquid brought it all the way back.
For sure, and now we have to wonder if Levi... Yeah, okay, I was thinking they took Elena to Memphis. Is Levi gonna leave her in Memphis, or we change it with Guile or something, or are we gonna keep moving? Okay, and we keep moving indeed. He trusts in Elena.
I think if he does swap to another character tonight, it might be the Viper. We haven't seen the Viper at all tonight. I feel like that might be one of the better characters in this matchup in particular. I think he hesitated a little bit because he knew that first game was winnable, so doesn't want to start counting out characters too quickly. Where are you going?
Definitely not anywhere because you're gonna hit. What a catch there. Just one more throw. Nah, he doesn't want to go for the loops.
Nah, not yet. It's too early. You gotta establish that mindset, that conditioning. No shampoo.
No shampoo.
Okay.
You need that for the scalp. Ooh, no punish on the whiff.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Levi looking solid. Maybe trying to bait out a DI. Potentially, but now puts himself into a corner. What are you gonna do on the wake up?
One more hug. Oh no, that's terrible. You don't want to be, you don't want to be Levi here. Oh no. And not even need for the ship out. He just went in for the hit. Wanted to clean and he went nice and clean fight. No ship damage.
Again, Liquid just knew exactly how to slow down the game a little bit. I mean, he forced Levi to put himself into burnout just by doing nothing.
Just one of them being so patient. Look at this. Both of them going for the big buttons. Just the long range, taking advantage of those confirms. Nothing much going on though. Like, finally, okay, Levi's the one taking the full string into the full damage. No level 3 though. He wants to save that one for the next round.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're ever gonna spend a level 3, that had been the time right there. But now that you haven't used it, you need to try to consider maybe using at least one bar here to it's okay. We get a perfect carry. Good stuff. Levi looking pretty solid. He's not getting too shook up, and that's something that's important to I try to tell people, like, don't get stirred up. Like, if you lose a very close first game, don't worry about it. It's not first to 3. You got time to make adjustments. You have time to make the comeback. Even if you fall 0-2, it's not the end of the world.
There's plenty time to get the downloads, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, tip
Oh.
range!
Those sandals are doing some heavy lifting. Maybe the heel is a little bit longer than it looks like because gosh damn.
You're oogling at the feet a little too long there, Vixie.
I mean, it's a jumping heavy kick. You have to pay attention to those. That's the range.
And see, that's where I think the matchup's really going off in his favor, because you're staring at the long legs of her, and you want to get caught up by a throw here and there. So
She's all leg. What do you want me to look at?
I know, slim thick. Ooh, nice toe tag. He's ready for those. Oh, where you going? Level 3? No, he drops it. I think he had to spend it there.
It's the Mexican reset, you know it.
I'm not familiar with the game. Not quite yet, but no reset here. And he's trying to make sure that there's no chance of it. 2-0 lead right now for Liquid O. 1 game away from stripping Levi away from a potential repeat victory. With the Luke, too. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just really surprised. I mean, like I said, he's been looking super solid on the doll, and despite all that, he's got an even stronger Luke.
It's just Luke is one of those characters that just really rewards you for understanding the understanding the system mechanics and just. I mean, he also has his own gimmick, with the perfect flash knuckles, but going beyond that, he just understands you for understanding the. He rewards you for understanding the systems of the game and how to take advantage of them, because he has really strong strings. He has really strong simple BMBs that don't require a lot of meter, and when you hit the big beefy hits like this, you can decide to go all in, and look at this beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I know right now Liquid was trying to go all the way in on this Elena, not slowing down in the slightest. Got access to a couple bars of meter. Nice throw tech again, and just keeping Levi out of the potential center stage. Just look at that, just never unrelenting offense in this corner. This is unstoppable. What can you do?
I can just fight back, you just gotta take a
Just fight
moment.
back.
Yes, it's just it sounds simple, but it is. What else can you do? You have to take a moment to observe how your opponent's laying their offense, and you find the gap, you find one touch, and then you work from there. You have to shut them down. But Liquid definitely also taking we saw the patience with the Dhalsim, so he's not all offense, and it's harder to find a big gap like those. Guess one hit, but not a confirmed.
One more round. Tournament point for Liquid. Being closed out kind of early tonight, but Levi trying to keep things going. I ain't finished yet. Don't count me out. Liquid trying to chase him down.
Nice.
Counter hit coming out from Levi though. Another one stained on your screen. I'll bet you do it a third time.
Ooh.
But how about a punish we had in front of it? And that's gonna be enough to be able to tie up this game. Still alive. Still tournament point for Liquid, but Levi wants to give us some extra innings.
That's what I'm talking about. You just need to find that moment, you need to find that moment where you are able to confirm, you get your hit in, you didn't believe in that. You get your hit in, you have that chance to open your offense, to represent it. And if the opponent cannot handle it, you keep going, and then that's how you get the round. That's how you get the game. You have to be real patient and, going for the extreme measures, Hail Marys, here comes the DI, you're ready for it? No, senor, you're gonna hurt that. And look at that, the desperation throws for Liquid, looking again, showing their head, and look at this, beautiful positioning. One more touch could do it, confirming to a level 3, but nah.
On either side, they just need one button to rule them all. Liquid can close out the tournament right now. Levi trying to stay alive. One hit!
And there we go.
It is! Wow! Caught him with barely caught with that overhead. That little brief fuzzy duck was enough to be able to secure the round. Levi staying alive by the skin of his teeth. Don't count him out.
Locking in. Levi, slowly but surely. We have talked about how those last 2 games have been so close. He's been so close to closing it off, and finally, third time is the charm, but you have to keep the momentum going. You have to do a reverse flip to go for the reset, and that's the harsh part. You have to go for a reset. There's at least three more matches after this if you want to go for the win. So definitely the odds are looking against Levi, but there's a miracle, you said it. The comeback begins from the first step, from the first hit, from the first button.
Oh man, and again the momentum shift is really starting to look like it's in favor of LeviHakai, because now a dominant round here without using any type of resources will be really beneficial for him. He's gotta be really careful though. Nice throw escape. Oh, it's okay though, again the counter hits. He just knows when they want to press, and I got the better buttons. Heavy kick to connect at long range. Those range 2 buttons always paying off in favor of Elena. And now one more round here, and Levi's going to take us from death's doorstep to a final game situation. But Liquid got something to say about that.
She's got the moves, she's got the look, and she's got the buttons to work with. Finally gets out of the corner. Definitely Liquid looking a little bit more shaky here in his offense. Levi definitely has found the gaps, has found where he can press confidently, and look at this. Now Liquid put him into the corner, but taking the risk is rewarded with a grab. No crosscut, not nothing, just going to go for a simple throw. Even then, beautiful touch. That's gonna put Levi in a really good position.
Yeah, it's too much scaling. Yeah, it's too much scaling. Even though a round win will be the game, you're waiting for something big like this. A punish counter. Oh, and the DI! He tried to parry, just too slow. Not gonna happen. Instant round retaliation. And look at that! We are at a final game situation. We were at tournament point for Liquid, and Levi pumped up the music, hit it to 11, and we're going to a final game. You can smell the roses now. One more for the reset, but I think the doll is, it's coming out. And you've already adapted to the Luke, but can you adapt to the Zoner? Can you make it happen? Can we see a reset?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was thinking Liquid is gonna stick to the look until the last game possible, because it's the counter adaptation. You already, like you said, you already adapted to the look, but now I'm gonna throw you the curveball, right? Like the full offense, the full display of aggressiveness that you show with Luke, and now you're going to a more passive game. But Levi, I think, feels more encouraged to go in. Look at this.
I can't stop. I can't stop. It's just non-stop counter hits.
The beats.
Now he's just jumping for another throw. Oh, the parries. It's just buttons. Get off me. Unhand me, woman.
Oh, wow.
Get off
Again?
me.
It's the beats. They're in their head. She can stop him.
Here we go. Reset point.
What?
And there it is. Another punish counter. Punish counter right back at you. But, I mean, the damage already went done underneath the fireball. Levi looking really solid right now. But all of a sudden, Liquid goes airborne. Those throws aren't going to work on me anymore. Instead, I'm going to slap you, silly. This chicken is cold.
Use this too loud. Turn it off. I'm trying to meditate over here. Gets the head.
No.
One more touch could do it. And I know Liquid is aching for it. What a catch, okay? But Levi now has his turn. He has critical art on deck. Oh no.
He reacts to it! DI for DI! Right back at you. Final round. Reset point versus tournament point. Liquid survives the onslaught, but can he survive the set? He needs one more round. The throw coming out at the perfect time. Levi still showing up his feet. The punish counter again. Instant level 3. Just spend it all right away.
Have you burned it? Not yet, right?
No, not quite. Very close though. Really bad spot. The teleport not gonna work on me, oh man. I've seen your tricks before. I've played this game plenty of times. One more hit. The counter hit though, still alive. Liquid's got to do the almighty comeback, and it's not gonna happen. Reset coming out from LeviHakai. What a set so far, and we get to see another 3 more games. Let's make it happen.
Gosh, that Elena is just he just grabbed the momentum. He just took the momentum and took the, going, definitely just taking the bull by the horns. There's no better way to showcase it. This is a prime example. Just taking the bull by the horns and just dominating 100%. Just reverse 3-0. And now that Liquid has his force, actually the one forced to adapt seems like it's Liquid. Like, he brought the Dhalsim, but he definitely needs to understand how to approach this matchup because he's struggling with his legs.
As well one of those things that it takes some time. I mean, Dhahl is one of those characters. I mean, it's not easy to just pick up and just run away with it. You gotta get in that mindset. You gotta meditate a bit to get back into that groove of things. But Levi has been rocking the Elena this entire time. And look at that, looking super solid. Luckily, Liquid does have full dry brush meter, but he needs to get an opportunity to use it. Level 2? Yep. Oh no, it's a level 1. Doesn't even need the level 2. And now LeviHakai officially in the lead.
Lift up to the skies. And you wanna fly, Stanley? It's just telling Liquid, you wanna fly? You wanna levitate in the air? Let me show you some air. Big stuff, trying to go for a reset, or maybe a misconfirm here from Liquid. That is critical. You cannot afford any mistake at this situation. And yes, it's gonna be another one. Level 2. Hit them good. Burnout moment. Look at this.
Chip damage becoming a factor, and again, he keeps trying to go for the teleport. Luckily, he stays airborne, so he can only get like a little float conversion. He does get him out of harm's way, but Levi still in the driver's seat, trades again. This has been the tail of the tape the whole time. Hit confirms, and that kills! Unreal! And guess what? Fire is real effective against grass types. You know Pokemon.
That is very true. Does Elena's a grass type? Like, is that her thing?
Yeah, it's
I know she has
type.
like the life pools and all that, and with nature and all that, but I guess I guess she summons leaves and flowers everywhere she goes, like a Materazu.
Yeah, it's like grass and fighting, and then Dhahl is psychic and fighting.
I see it. I like that. I will take that.
But then he's got a couple fire moves he can pull out of his bag. That's the benefit of running a psychic character. You almost have to be psychic when you're playing against either of these two players! Wow. Oh, thank God! The fireball saved his life! Oh, it's not gonna save him this time, though! Oh, no. Big damage. One more mix. Oh, man, I'm surprised he tried to wake up one. He got him, parry again! One more mix again in the corner. The mortar strike coming in.
Yeah, and Liquid doesn't want to deal with any of this. Give me some space. Oh my gosh, he actually went for the teleport. He's insane. And look at this. The risk and reward, definitely. Fortune favors the bold, and Liquid looking like the boldest one here.
Wow. That was a crazy read. I did not think that was going to work, but the fireball just gave him enough time to be able to get kind of camouflage that teleport in. And despite getting launched almost every single time off his teleport, he's still willing to use it. Again, that's the benefit of learning his character. It's a specialist type. He's starting to understand. He's starting to remember how to play it. Get out of that Luke mode and get into Dhahl mode.
Mr. Worldwide mode, you know? Looking good. Dale. you slam that teleport button, you're like, dale.
I'm sure somebody's made a mod of that every time he does it.
It will be very funny. But, oh my god, we're laughing over here, but Levi definitely not laughing stuff. He's suffering in this match, but look at this, bringing it back. Forced to use level 1, not yet. The routing, and look at this scramble. You love your scramble. Is gonna have a great time with that last part of the set because of that round, sorry. Definitely just pressing buttons whenever it went.
I'm telling you, I don't know how it is, but Levi's been getting a lot of these trades, and it's all been benefiting him. Every single interaction, he gets in that corner. He has the panic tools, and they've been always benefiting in his favor. Oh,
I gotta say, also having the HP to be able to press those panic tools, I gotta say.
Oh wow, still with it though. I can't believe that. Yeah, it is definitely one of the resources of all time. The teleport not paid off. Thankfully, the fireball bouncing around caught him trying to close that distance. Liquid dangerously close to burnout. Gotta be careful.
I gotta say, I also get carried away forgetting that the fireball doesn't disappear when you hit Dhalsim.
He's looking for a poke. Careful, one hit confirm into a level 3 will be insta dead here. The throw not gonna be enough to kill. Has to deal with the fireball mix, potential teleport again. That's why he's just sitting back and holding parry. He doesn't want to catch a teleport. No! Oh my gosh! I don't know how he's able to block! He got it!
Oh my gosh!
That's gonna take the round. Even with the scaling, you have access to the critical art, easy combo conversion. Wham bam, thank the ma'am. LeviHakai ties things up. Don't count me out. You better clip that right now, Khalil.
That was insane.
He's got that button, son. Just like that button. Yeah, you see, he gets the exclamation point, son. What a parry indeed. That was a sick comeback from Levi. All tied up now. One apiece. Again, Levi has the opportunity to win twice in a row.
Liquid definitely has to recover from this mentally. Like, you get smacked them like that for a moment, and he's definitely gonna take a hit to the psyche, but he cannot, I mean, you cannot take a moment to stop and wonder about the past. Just saying, like, you need to have the goldfish memory for those rounds. You gotta move on and keep rocking, but definitely look at this. Again, Levi with the momentum.
Again, back in the lead. Every time I mean, just like you, Vixie, I've been saying it. I've been saying something, and all of a sudden, it just completely flips on its head. So let's see if Liquid can try to bring this back. Levi is looking real solid right now. No chance he fumbles this round.
Ow! Gets hit though, it's okay, just one slap. I mean, Levi's still in control if you ask me.
Yeah, 100%. Oh god. I'm just waiting for a counter hit on either side. Nice throw tap.
Wow, okay.
Ooh!
There we go. Oh, trying to go for a cheeky resets, right? I like the idea. I like how Levi just backing off. He was like, okay, I want to see what you want to do here.
I think it's one of those things, like, he's been trying to bait out a throw, because every single time there's like a moment of respite, Liquid immediately tries to go for a throw. He did that a lot on the Luke, and he was doing it a little bit on the doll, but looks like he slowed it down quite a bit in burnout. So can't spam too many of the fireballs. Yeah, I was gonna say, now you're in a corner situation. Now a DI will definitely kill you here, so you can't catch any of them. Got out of the corner.
Wow.
EX. Dive kick to be able to close that distance, and that's what I was talking about. He just had that little moment. he was too busy focusing on that drive rush meter about to come off of the cooldown. Brought it back, and now we go to a final game situation between, or not final game, but potential last game for LeviHakai.
I was thinking about the same thing though, like Khalil said, I was thinking, you know what, I think he's gonna go for one special into level 3 shit, but I guess Liquid got a little bit desperate. He saw also the right on the wall, he was like, I need to do something else, so he took the hit instead of the shit. Alright,
can Levi do it? I mean, he was literally at death's doorstep. Liquid was on tournament point with the Luke, not able to secure the round, has to try to close it all the way out with the Dhalsim. He can do it, but he's got to do a lot of work here. Can he make it happen, or is it going to be a repeat victor for the Hakai? Oh, the overhead! What are you ducking for? Oh, what the?
I like that. The mix-up. But watch out, the fire coming in. It doesn't go away.
Raging Hellfire. Gotta be careful. The dash in, the low. Not enough to kill. Nice throw tech. Has to get out of this corner. Gotta find any means necessary. Oh, the slide!
I like that. Liquid has another thing about Liquid hasn't been checking those rolls, and not gonna lie, Levi has been rolling and rolling through the stage for a good while now, unpunished, but it might be a little bit too late. Liquid now is the one facing elimination. Levi on tournament point now.
Yeah, Oxinator, I heard it. Once I heard the music playing, I just knew it's inevitable for the Levi to win this set. He just needs one more round, and the tournament will be his tournament point. For Liquid, trying to stop the music, trying to reset the mental, trying to deep thoughts in meditation. He can make it happen. He's got a huge life lead right now, but he's got to be able to close out this match. Oh, the throw again. One more throw. The fireball instead. Chip damage becomes a factor, so you can't tech any more of these.
Okay.
Try to go for the EX, but not enough life to survive it. Final round here, game 4. Believe I still on tournament point.
I like the patience for Liquid. He becomes thinking go constantly for checks, and sometimes he gets jumped in to get hit by the jumping heavy kick. But this time he just took a moment to pause, and I like that. Just trying to check and getting a reaction for a punish, but it's okay. Not getting the punish is better than having to hold the whole combo on you.
Level 3, I'm not gonna be able to do it quite yet. Fireball just gonna dash underneath it. It's the benefit of running the Elena. Very evasive. Alright, another level 2. In case he missed it the first time.
There we go!
Oh! Yeah, taking the health regen as well, standing on the grass. Only for a moment though. Now Liquid coming out of burnout. This is a great opportunity for him to be able to close that gap. Needs a round here to tie things up. Levi can close it out now, though. One more hit confirmed to a level 1. DI finds the connection on the wall. Going straight for the level 1. Not enough, but it's the counter hit to secure the tournament. LeviHakai does it